Hey, welcome to Gone Rolling, where we all usually agree to play some D&D. Enjoy your shenanigans. But first, we have an announcement real quick. Yeah, next week we're not streaming.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we'll be releasing our video as a premiere, so be on the lookout for that. And we will... Oh yeah, no, everything's normal after that. So yeah. Okay, go ahead and roll the intro.
We're on.
It is you, Stoops.
Welcome back.
Shit.
Oh yeah. I literally just said we're back.
Welcome back to the Yoobs Tools.
The Ubius of Tubius.
Our story left off.
Sorry. Where the hell what did we do?
So last session, the party arrived in the small village of Leotog, the only village within the Arbanosh, the very dark and dangerous wood that hugs the northern ridge line of the Draco Peaks. The ridges that you're heading towards to hopefully find the lost ship, the lost sky ship, Alex Grace, that Pat Icecrest sent you on a mission to find. But on the way there, you ran across a new ally. Yes, the red-horned, non-tiefling man.
He's a hexblood.
Yes, the hexblood. You saved him from a pack of gnolls and one very pretty fox man, and quickly joined him in your entourage, saying goodbye to Chuck and your two other allies that crossed the Iron Boneyard with you. You headed into the Arbanosh, coming across Leotog as it was just under attack. Maybe a few hours back, but there was still a group of assailants there causing harm. A master of spiders of sorts, some sort of ranger slash whisperer of the arachnid variety, I guess. But the best way to describe him is kind of an asshole. As he wandered into town, realizing that the village folk were being held hostage by him, he was trying to decide whether to dispose of them now or wait for his allies to come back from the Arbanosh and to relieve him of his job of babysitting these villagers. Now, you learned that he was actually a mercenary from Tailwind, as a very dramatic moment came when he realized that one of your members was a Chel Arco. Having a large argument, the fight quickly came to an end as it was caused by you guys trying to find a way to get out of this without causing harm, but ended up trading a Chel in an object form to him to hopefully buy him off, which didn't go as you expected, obviously. But
It went great.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
Went
sure.
just,
It was
as
just how we
wanted.
planned.
Yeah.
It did
just
not
as
go how I planned.
After the short
Nobody cares
skirmish,
about you.
after the short skirmish, a few crazy rules, some accidents, and a spider and a sword getting a little too close to Rosalie's heart. Rosalie did find out, though, that one of the items that you got from Earl Heidel is cursed. Is not the cloak of protection, but the cloak of ill or faulty protection, giving you vulnerability to acid and poison. Mm-hmm. Yes, and it does stay on you until you can complete a certain requirement, as you now found out. But the next day, after the fight was done, you had some drinks with the villagers, settled down, helped them rebuild and take everything away and the rubble put away. You decided to set off deeper into the Arbanosh, following your guide and allies' request of moving deeper in. It's up to you, though, whether you go and find this so-called auntie that we can use to talk about, or you head straight to the Dragon's Den, that ancient, or not ancient, but adult green dragon that you're seeking out for advice on your hunt for the ship. However, you do know that the two other sort of vagabonds that attack this village, along with their group of gnolls, are heading deeper into the Arbanosh in search of the very same dragon, along with the help of a mysterious fey creature that seems to keep the forest at sleep. And as we are starting off today, you guys have headed out of the village, trekking into the woods, dragging Geislin behind you as he stayed up late last night.
He's on a sled.
Yeah,
And
you're dragging him.
You're dragging him
Yeah,
on a sled.
he decoded a secret message left by Chuck within the book he gave him, detailing Chuck's own fears and concerns about the demon dragon king Brandi. But yes, that's where we are now. As you have walked into the out of the village for about an hour now, heading to the woods. Where are you heading to?
Okay. So, 2 things you guys should know about. 1, follow close behind me. Do not stray across any paths. You could possibly end up in the Feywild and completely lose track of yourself.
Right.
Also, I don't know whether to go to Auntie's first or to go to Golza.
How do they live so far away from each other?
Because of how big the forest is,
Oh.
and also because Auntie likes being by herself a lot. So yeah, they're both loners that don't really like other people
Do
being
you
around
think
too
she
close.
might have been taken to the same location?
I don't know.
You don't have any way of contacting her.
She has ways of contacting me. She did not
Not the
contact
other
me
way
last
around.
night. Nope. I wish it wasn't that way. I don't have nearly enough stuff. If we are facing against what you guys have been calling Pretty Boy, and
Oh boy.
wait, double checking. Did the arachnid guy also walk into the forest or walk out?
No,
the way?
he fled, coming to a compromise of not wanting to deal with the Chelarco.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just double checking. He didn't walk into the forest as well.
No, he retreated another way out of the village, but he went invisible, so it was hard to see where he really went. But it didn't seem like he had any loyalty to the guys that were.
Yeah.
But we could see that's where the spiders were going.
Yeah, they treaded off into the woods, but not
Not
the way
like
you're
the
heading.
woods.
Basically, you would assume they were leaving the woods.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't think they have any interest.
He was like, oh, I just saw Beyonce, now I'm leaving.
Yeah, no.
I don't know about you guys, but I have very few helpful items if we do end up in something big. Because I don't know how strong that Fey creature could be. It sounds human-looking-ish from what they describe, right?
Yes, the mercenary and the villagers, well, most of the villagers told you the detail they got of a visage vaguely human and spirit-like, not fully on this plane, but able to conjure a song to put the threat to the forest to sleep, basically. Assumingly goals up from here as well.
So, on one hand, we could try to end this threat right now, but I don't know if we can. And Auntie will more than likely be able to help us, but that would essentially be 4 days until we.
At worst, it would be 4 days.
Yeah, we're still 4 days. It would be 4 days before we get back to Golsa.
But strangely with this wood, sometimes direct routes seem shorter or longer.
Yep, depending on certain things. So yeah, I'm thinking we go to Auntie first, considering she also has a lot of things that could possibly help us, if not for the fact if she even can see, considering she's the one that taught me potions. So
I guess the question is, what would they have done with her? Because they only, like, just left here, right?
Probably within a few hours or a day ago.
So how would they have gotten to her already?
Also, didn't you just say that if you don't know where you're going, you can slip in and out of the Feywilds? Doesn't that mean
You
that...
can take a shortcut?
There's no real easy shortcut. That just to double check, the Feywild's the same way as it was in your old campaign, where you walk in, you could be there for a day, you could be there for a full-blown week, and then come back.
Correct, but in some cases, whenever you visit the Feywilds, it is spontaneous. Other cases, it's very obvious.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it could been time.
Federal prison.
So not,
prison.
not a surefire at all.
I mean,
Auntie has taught you what to look out for, though,
Yeah.
as the portals go.
yeah,
So it's not like you would accidentally wander into
Yeah,
them.
no.
But, yeah.
It's highly likely that those people more than likely walk through the Feywilds, considering they don't know this place as well as me. I
Well, they
think
do
our
know
best
that-
bet is to go to Auntie just to make sure.
Right, but can we get there faster at all?
We can get there a lot slower, as far as I'm aware.
No, like, is there a way to, like, shortcut there, or no?
I know the straight path to there.
But that'll take, like, 3 days.
2 days.
2 days?
And then it'll take 2 days to get back from Golsa.
Alright. Yeah.
Unless Auntie can find a weird portal that slows time down or something like that. But yeah.
What do y'all think?
I'm a weighted blanket on Kaislin right now.
Guys,
So me and Kaislin are out of.
It's out.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Are you listening?
right. I can communicate like this. I honestly forgot. I've slept since then.
Why are you looking at the blanket so thoroughly?
It's a shell.
I
I know
sense.
it's Chad.
I
know
sense.
it's Chad.
I like sense Braun. Yes, it's me. It's Jell.
the blanket.
What the heck?
You watched
Don't
her
worry
turn into
about
a
it.
blanket.
I like switch back to Indigo.
Wait, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh crap!
No,
you have it even better than me.
Oh, did she?
I feel like we
She's
should
talking
go
to me
to
right
the. I feel like we should go to the auntie
Yeah.
that he suggests first. If anything, if she's not there, I feel like we could reasonably take some things and then explain why we needed them.
Ichel votes aunties.
I also
Are you
thought-
not able to talk to people when you're in objects? Wait, can you talk to other objects? Because I have a question about that.
I don't. I switched to Rosalie. I don't think that I can communicate with other objects.
Can you try? Because I would really like you to talk to my cloak.
Rosalie!
She does say that out loud.
You know what, Rosalie? Sure, we're not doing anything except traversing through the favorite forest thing.
Hey.
I also just realized I just realized the card's more likely on the back of Chorus, considering Chorus knows where to walk and where not to walk.
Very good. I channel my telepathic energy towards a piece of fabric, aka the cloak of ill protection.
Trevor, you gonna let us?
So, as you begin to ponder through the mental space that you're still trying to map, you're
Yeah.
trying to understand this power that sparked it to life through sphere of emotion and a buildup of that emotion. And as you reach out and pierce through the fabric, it just hits Rosalie's mind, you think, as it seems this object, though made to resemble an attitude, doesn't really have a consciousness.
Consciousness.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not consciousness.
yeah. Well, Rosalie, I just keep getting you. So no, I don't think I can talk to your cloak. But but there's a chance that if we come across, I don't know, some actual person that's trapped in a magical object that I was trying to fake being yesterday, I might be able to talk to them.
That's what I was hoping was happening because I think the item's cursed.
What's wrong with it?
It moved whenever the person tried to hit me. Like,
Well, it's like
just
a protection cloak. Oh.
out of the way.
Oh.
Sorry, that's not funny, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it was a little annoying.
That's
it was
why you got damaged so badly.
yes. It threw me off balance as well, and it made it easier for them to hit me really hard. Sucks.
Can you get rid of it?
No, I can't take it off. It won't come off.
Do you know any spells for that? Anybody specifically Eterna?
Turn of the cleric.
Yeah. Let me look.
Because I don't.
I
The
I
turn of the
don't.
pile on a
Maybe if I'm stronger, but not right
let
now.
me. Currently I am not equipped. I don't know if I could learn them. I'd have to.
One more level.
I'd have to do
Yeah.
a bit of a prayer about it. You know, I'd have to pray about it.
Yeah,
Which
so we
I
should
should probably
probably-
pray anyway. It's been a while. But
In character, do I know the way to get the cloak off? Because I know out of character I do.
So, whenever the curse was revealed to you, it was like a massive, bit of information that was hidden
just
behind
like,
a veil
ha-ha.
entered your mind. It was a jump. It was a surprise. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
hee-hee.
It filled your mind along with the answer. This isn't necessarily this isn't like a curse that someone put on there to ensure you die. It's more of like, ha, gotcha. You know?
Got him.
The cloak doesn't like getting dirty.
Like you got it dirty and it got mad, so it.
No, it doesn't like poison or acid.
Oh.
And so it moves out of the way when that happens.
Too stinky.
I want to learn how to do that
you can.
as an object.
It will just move out of the way, and in order to take it off, because it is now mad at me, I have to wash it with 15 gold worth of soap.
It has expensive tastes.
It has to be fine soap.
Wait, just to double check.
Well, if we still had my boat, I could have given you that, but we don't.
How expensive is that? Considering I've only really been
15 gold.
Yeah, 15 gold. Considering I only know like relatively. Considering I saw what the prices for potions were there, so I
forgot
don't
this guy
know.
was a hermit.
You have nice soap.
Not really.
I have
we use
four
that-
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I have 4 gold to my name currently.
So I'm not. So I'm also. So that makes sense. Got it.
And also, I don't think any of us have fine soap
You
on
don't
us.
really need a place to get fine soap currently.
I mean, once I am done being a blanket, I could contact Mr. Shrimp and see
Ask him for some soap.
if he knows any specific location where we could buy it when we go to the
You
city.
guys
Or
have your
Hey
boat.
Dad, this might sound shady. Do you know any good soap dealers?
I mean,
And then like,
Do you deliver?
do you deliver?
where
I
would I
mean,
get
oh,
fine
we
soap?
can ask your tiger friends.
Oh
He
yeah.
said asleep.
I'm asleep.
Oh,
That's what Finn is for.
yes, we can
We can ask him to
little
go buy
tiger
some
friend.
soap.
He could go meet up with Mr. Shrimp.
So we are going to Auntie's first.
Yes.
Yes, we're going tonight. Okay, so we're going to Auntie's.
You lead the way.
Certainly.
Yes.
As you guys continue walking and trekking through the woods, they do clearly become thicker, and the woods here, they're filled with a lot of old ancient oaks, a lot of old growth oaks, but their roots seem to come up to the ground more often than usual, leaving paths like riddled with things to trip you, or little crevices between trees that are hollowed out by animals making dens, or large trees hanging off the edge of a tilted hill that hangs over, making a roof of branches and wood. It really seems to smother you walking through this place. And it's very easy to tell that you can get lost, but it seems that well-traveled in this place, your guide has a good sense of direction here. Every once in a while you'll pass through a space where it gets very dark, almost dark from dim light, and you just see beams of the sun piercing through the canopy, making towers of light, just beckoning you to walk into them. But as you walk into these spaces, you realize in some of these beams of light, Chorus and your guide actually step aside as Braun avoids certain beams of light in this path. And as you pass by them, you realize some of these beams that he does avoid have these little, like almost like dandelion, like little fluffs floating in them, but they stay within the light. But upon closer inspection, there's some sort of creature that waits, waiting. But you dodge them significantly and successfully as you go a few different directions, avoiding some patches of long stretches of what would be clear pathway if it wasn't littered with these traps, these primal traps waiting for you. But it shall, as the walk continues, as you are still wrapped around Kaislin, that conversation made you rethink the battle, seeing, and you did notice maybe once a cloak sort of shift from the position where Rosalie was stabbed at the last moment. But as you're thinking about this, the thoughts come back to you, and like a bug trapped in a spider's web, you try to pull from these thoughts, but you just get more and more entangled. The words, "Traitor, you abandoned the city. You who betrayed the only home that ever gave you a life to live." The voice of this mercenary, once a fan of yours, haunts you, almost supernaturally, and you think your powers of connecting to minds may contribute to that, as you think, or at least you theorize, when you were tapping into his thoughts, some of his thoughts became yours, and now they're just logged into your head like memories, being a pain in the back of your head.
We love to see it.
His trauma, now yours.
Damn.
My telepathy allows me to steal
Detect
trauma.
thoughts
As you
more
are
like
so capable of
steal
imprinting,
trauma.
as you are so capable of imprinting other people's visages and images, you realize that now you are very, very much capable of stealing their thoughts and imprinting their mind into yours. It's seemingly mimicking your own physical form.
Right.
Helpful person to steal trauma from.
I can become someone. Like, Itchel, like, this is her mentally
Yeah.
thinking. You guys don't hear this. I could become someone. I could just read someone's mind and then gain their mindset and then just terrifying. Oh,
Terrifying.
Itchel's
Also-
like, it's gonna be great.
You get all their problems. It's like reverse therapy.
Oh God.
Congratulations.
I just go and just.
I am now indigo.
We don't need 2 indigos.
I just want to note while we're walking, I determine a tail, so I can just have that.
Very well, and let's find out which one, right?
Every time I say tail, I think of like,
It's got 6 again.
A tail.
yeah, like a tail.
The traveler brother, what's his name? Otto.
Yes, the
6.
traveler is Otto Brandt.
Yeah.
The same
So
one.
he's hanging out with me, I guess.
Yes.
Just chilling.
Nice.
This one with his almost lavender-like skin, you can see him in your mind. He hasn't revealed himself to everyone, but he's waiting on your beck and call. Okay.
I also love that Itchel also just briefly. The only place that gave me a home. I didn't grow up there. I'm not from there. I didn't even vacation there. I went back home.
His thoughts seem to plague you, thinking that tailwind made you who you are.
Damn.
All of Teo contributed to who Ichel Arco is.
I mean, he's partially right.
It is a case where you're having to fight off your own mind, you realize. As it's not him, but it's almost like a mental engram of his mind trapped within yours. But yeah,
Yippee.
traveling through this
boy.
wood, there is
Brand
a
new
point.
trauma, let's go.
After a few hours of... I have to old man cough real quick. There we go. After traveling for a few hours through this wood, Kaislin, you begin to stir, your eyes coming to... It seems dim, like as of the sun setting, but then as the vision stops from the blur and it begins to clear, you realize it's just the canopy of this wood that you're walking through.
Oh God, we're all dying! Ah!
Indigo.
So very nice.
Sorry.
That's what you get for staying up all night.
Heads up those rocks.
And also, you wake up with a point of inspiration.
Oh!
Ooh.
I guess that's what you get for staying up all night.
As your efforts and your actions of last session have convinced me you have learned one.
More like
That convinced me.
yeah, more like his incessant bullying.
It's off camera.
I mean,
points of inspiration.
sometimes all you need is a little bitching, you know?
Man, okay, we need to bully you
Good
more
to know.
often.
How bad of luck Bron has. Cop.
No, I gotta say, you know,
Yeah.
sometimes you get what you want, sometimes they write your name down. You know?
To target next time.
The principal's office has the right to take revenge.
Prince, are you the...
Yes.
Have
Okay.
you not seen his desk?
Looks like a
Yeah.
principal.
Yeah, you need to look like.
I haven't taken a good look.
That's
Yeah, you need to go look at his.
Anyway,
desk. He has
I
like a
don't live
principal's
here.
You
desk.
have come to. It seems that it's post midday,
Anyways.
and within the next few hours, maybe 4 to 3, you should start settling down.
I kind of sit up, and I'm still like on the. Is it a sled I'm on?
So it's not a wheeled sled. If anything, it's like a triangle that's like has leather, and you were essentially laying on it, laying down. Your feet were propped up a little bit. It was dragged behind chorus. So yes, it's a sled.
You got a really bad back massage while you were like...
Yeah, this is probably not comfortable. Also, I'm pretty sure we
There's-
tied you down and put a weighted blanket on you.
Yeah. I have a you have
Or-
slightly
we didn't
warm
tie it
weighted
down,
blanket
it was just a
now.
weighted blanket.
that blanket is a chill, so don't throw it around or anything.
Hello,
You have
Kaislin.
You now have like a
Good morning.
I'll sit up really quickly. I kind of like turn over and I'll pick up the book that I read last night.
There's just like so much sweat over his face that his hair's like matted. It's
Oh,
not
ew.
tied up.
Oh,
Saru's
Kaislin.
sniffing him. He was like,
Cassie, you don't look so good.
No, I think we're in way over our heads.
What?
Oh.
Last night I stayed up reading the book that Chuck gave me.
Oh.
It was about the war, but there was an encrypted message.
What?
The war.
Oh. Vib.
I was about to
Sorry,
say,
my-
repeat that real
It's
quick.
okay.
My accent.
It's okay. You just woke up.
Please continue.
Veilsteins don't know what that word means.
But yeah, about the war of the Metallurgic Collective, but within the book itself, highlighted in words, it was encrypted about a different story when that Chuck left us, about the branded eye. From what I can tell, he was brought here during the Draconic Purge. He was summoned, birthed from the worst corners of the world. And when he wasn't the solution to what they were wanting, they tried to force him back. And it didn't work correctly. 5 to 7 years ago, his eye reopened in Atherland, born with scales of white. Vaguely, I got a description wearing iron spikes and armor, and his scales turning red from being covered in blood. He generally mentioned to be all-seeing. He's cloaked in the shadows, a spy, a great danger. And something that was underlined multiple times by Chuck over and over. And their blood shall be made fuel. Dragon. Dragon. 5 years ago, there was the cult of the Branded Eye attacked Atherland. Cities were conquered, people were slaughtered, before they were stopped by the Holy Disruptors. But again, it was mentioned his growing power, and that their blood shall be made fuel. Whatever this group is after, it's not the ship. It was the destination like I was thinking it was before. They are after the blood of the Dragon King to give him more power. And Chuck wasn't able to tell us. He's being watched or followed, or something is listening to him. He's come here where the shadows don't follow him, but they still listen.
So, if we stop, the hot fox guy, is that preventative, or is he already regaining power?
I think he's been gaining power, but this is something he can't get. It's the blood of the first king of dragons.
Right.
So
That does sound bad.
what you're saying is we need to absolutely hurry up as fast as we can.
Yes.
Okay.
Ay.
It's
Okay.
basically the equivalent of the archdevil dragons trying to get power.
Oh boy.
This is not just a
Yippee.
let's find a ship and get out of here. We are in deeper shit than we imagined.
I'm
That
glad
sounds
we have
interesting.
the power to communicate with people. We don't.
I would have gone to sleep, but I had a great insight with this. I couldn't stop reading.
No, yeah, it's good you did.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can get a message to Pat quickly, but
I know
Wait,
somebody
what?
who could.
I just realized, what's his full name? So if I get in contact with Auntie tonight, she can contact him
Pat
immediately.
Icecrest.
Ice.
Ice
Crest.
Crest.
If Child D
Would I have possibly heard of
transforms,
this guy?
like she just kind of folds off of the thing and then
No,
just
just
stands up.
But I will say, make a d20 roll and just add your history modifier.
And history.
By the way, in those notes you read, it's been a night or
Yes.
2 weeks, but the figure of white and the shadowy cloaked figure in the book and in those notes, the descriptions of them, they were 2 separate figures. 2 separate figures in work and in league with this Demon Dragon King, not the Demon Dragon King.
So like his champions.
Like he's not up here. Chuck wasn't aware if he was alive or anything, but these champions Chuck believe is alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
22. Natural 20.
Oh damn!
Damn.
Okay. Well, you never heard of Pat Icecrest, but you have heard a story of Little Pete. As Auntie has once before mentioned, Auntie casually and use parables or stories of the Feywild, which sometimes seem fictional, but as it is the Feywild or the Fey realm or horrific, as you know, these stories actually probably are true, but just whimsical in nature due to being from the plane of the Fey, the world of the Fey. And Little Pete is a cautionary story of mortals wandering into a realm, the realm of Fey, and not leaving. But aided by a few colorful and animal-like companions, return to his home of the other world.
Yeah, it doesn't sound all that familiar. For some reason, it's making me think of this old story, Little Pete. Have you ever heard of it? Little Pete, yeah.
No.
Guy was, little guy went to the Feywild by accident, made a lot of friends, then came back to the.
That does describe his backstory.
But yes, essentially came through. Not all that much other than it's just a cautionary tale for everybody else. Just don't go through the Feywild.
That might be him. I don't know.
He remained a boy for many, many decades and then returned to find that his life had left him behind.
Oh yeah, and also he's been a boy for many decades.
Well, he's a man now. If it's
He's an adult at this point.
Who knows? That'd be funny if it was him.
Well, you don't need to try to contact him later. I can contact my patron, and
that's a good
then
idea.
and then try, because I believe he's still in Lestrange. I can see if he can relay this information to Pat.
Who is your
It
patron?
makes me think.
Didn't Pat already head out?
Well, he's still in town.
He went to Teo, didn't he?
Yes.
Mr. Shrimp has his ways that I do not have.
Makes me think that maybe I need to talk to my god about possibly.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, contact him. I think he's our best bet right now.
Here, I'll use my cell phone. Hello.
As it shall, you try to go through the process of reaching out, the communing with your patron. You feel a connection there, a similar connection that you've known before.
Is it fuzzy?
And as like you are prepared to speak with him, you hear, "Hey, you sorry, get in,
Trevor.
no, water,
Okay.
water, water."
Where's the water?
I'll hold on to this.
Yeah, is there any water nearby? Or does anyone have... Because I usually can just speak through here, but
Have
is
we
there...
passed any puddles?
Is there water?
No, but I will say you do know of a pond nearby, at least on the way to Auntie's. It's about halfway, so it wouldn't be more than a 2-hour trek, which isn't too far off your path, to be fair.
I can't get this out of my head, but I just imagine his ringtone is Ocean Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
100%. But there's a pond not too far from here.
We need to stop there first, so at least we can get this information to someone,
Yeah.
and then see if he can do... I mean, I might have to do... I've been asking him a lot of favors. I might have to do a favor for him eventually. Oh well.
So, you can take, I guess, your ocean spirit or something like that?
He's a water spirit. He's a marid.
Would I possibly even know what the heck that means?
No idea.
That's a.
Yeah.
And my read.
It's like a genie, but water.
What's a genie?
Oh boy.
That's a lot.
I guess we're walking and I'm explaining.
You're leading them to the pond, right?
Yeah, I would.
Trevor, since I wanted to say that before I fully got up,
Yes.
while I'm still getting up, kind of mentally know that we are getting into a bigger fight. We need to be prepared, do whatever we can to not die.
Mhm.
I kind of I'm sitting there, still in a half waking up, look over at Eterna for a second.
Yes.
I don't know if you would notice or not, but I briefly look over at you, and I look back to my spell book. Rather be prepared. And I want to go ahead and I'm going to prepare a new cantrip today. Vile vapor. Why need the firepower right now?
The evil witch queen one?
Yep.
As you've woken up and you've come to and you pushed your
I was like, what does this have to do with me?
You feel the strange magic as you're preparing your spells, but it's always strange when you prepare your spells. Rosalie, you have the same experience, of course. Taking them from like your mind palace or touching them on your spell book and making sure that they're prepared is a process where you have to like not just remember, but almost go through a partial incantation of them. And in this case, this is the first time you've ever vocally said this incantation, even under your breath. And Rosalie, you would pick up the sense, the chill in the air, like almost a magic breeze that's a little too cold. As guys, when you finish these words, they sound like the slithering of a snake and the clatter of bones on stone. As you finish the last word, it's just a and it clicks, and the book, well, your scroll, the page where you've added this cantrip into, it blinks just abruptly, very quickly, half a second of light, but a red, deep, bloody red just blinks out and blinks back in.
Totally.
And the ink just readheres to the page, and the knowledge fills you with a cold chill as well.
Why was there a red light behind me?
No one knows this problem.
Okay. I was just wondering because you said it was like a very flash.
It's like a quick second, but it's on his scroll, so it's not too big. And it's faced towards him anyways.
Okay, I did. Well, technically that would be facing
You're in
towards.
front.
Yeah, that's technically.
No, you're in front. He's behind you because you're leading them. You would not see this. Is what I'm saying.
I know, but if he was facing backwards, the book could do that.
He got it.
Okay. Oh, I did. Oh, I forgot about that.
He was trying to be discreet.
Yeah.
Alright.
Fascinating.
Yeah, Rosalie kind of like her ear twitches and she kind of like.
I like how I almost took Vile Vapor because I forgot that's what the witch spell was called.
Because I remember just the name of it and I was like, oh yeah, that's one of the, that's just a
So I
normal
switched
spell.
it out, but
Evil witch queen spell.
The one of the lasting legacies of Tetra Malice.
You can't get mad at me for trying to learn the Wrath's Might now.
No, I still can.
No,
I still
you
will.
can't. No, you can't.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
You don't know anything.
You know.
You don't know.
If he
She knows something happened.
No, you know.
She wields the power of hate. You wield the power of
Evil?
Evil. I don't know which one's worse.
Evil.
We'll find out. Won't
We
we?
love the progression of our
Weird.
wizards over here.
Yeah.
As we all.
hate and hate leads to
There's
suffering.
Oh my god.
But it finishes, and you have access to that spell now.
Oh boy.
About an hour and a half will pass before you'll reach this pond. But it is a bit of walking. You hear a loud bird fly by. It's one of those
These birds
calling
sound
crows from the
weirdly
Feywild. They sound like buzzing, you know?
Yeah.
Vehicles, like.
Yeah. You guys think you hear an industrious, like, flying, like,
Oh, goddamn.
But you've only seen a few of these in the city, but no, it's just a bird. Don't worry about it.
Birds? No.
they just mimic whatever they hear.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just a grackle.
Just wait till you hear the ones
Just
that
a
mimic
real-
screams. But yeah, you eventually led by Braun to a pond. You see this pond is relatively small, but it has a very deep blue and almost green color, and there are lily pads spread across it, and around the edges aren't like reeds, but like very rubbery river grass all around it in patches. And there's even some edges of the pond that you think are just river grass floating on water. It's the only spot you've seen for a while that has a lot of opening to the canopy ceiling of this forest. You, of course, know this pond is inhabited by a figure that you've only spoken with once, and Auntie has always told you to be somewhat coy yet careful with. A water nymph spirit known as Lonnie.
1 second, just to make sure. Lonnie, are you here?
As you speak out, you don't get an answer.
Okay. Either they're ignoring me, or they're not here. Let's hope they're not here. If you see a water sprite, tell me. I know how to deal with them. But yeah, the pond should be good.
Alright. I go up to the water and I kind of shape the water to be kind of like by itself instead of like all this muck.
Yeah, you try to push the green back.
Yeah, with shaped water.
Mm.
So, anyway, alright. for visualization, I'm doing like this, you know, the very fancy. Mr. Shrimp.
Yeah.
Hi.
Braun is all looking
It's
over her shoulder
me.
just to try to find a glimpse, if he can find one.
Fair. Hey, I can hear you now.
Oh, thank goodness. All right, so problem.
Yes.
We're in over our heads quite a bit.
Oh,
Pat
dear.
sent us on a mission to recover like some information about a boat, like flying ship or whatever that crashed in the mountains.
Yeah.
And so
Uh-huh.
Chuck left us a mysterious message in a book, and then Kaislin translated it or whatever. And we're dealing with like, the cult of Branded Eye, and they're trying to take. Kaislin, what was it?
They are trying to take the blood of the Dragon King Ulfricaton Mox and power up the Brandai.
So they're
the
trying to
demon dragon.
They're trying to take the blood of the first Dragon King and then use it to power up the Branded Eye.
At least that's my best guess.
And I just needed someone to know this. And two, could you possibly find Pat Icecrest and tell him this? Or send him a message, something. Because we have no way to do it, and we're about to go talk to a green dragon.
Actually, we could tell Finn to do that too.
Wow, that is like so absolutely like wow.
Can you also ask him about the soap? I don't know if
Really?
Is someone else there with you? Oh,
We can
right,
ask Finn
right.
about the soap. I don't think we need
Wait,
to bother.
do I see the
Mr. Shrimp
depiction
with
of him
that.
in the water?
I'm just a little worried.
You see
because,
the
like,
reflection,
the
but you don't
other
see
place
anything
had
else.
Okay.
a lot of acid and
You
poison.
can see.
It
Yeah.
might be dangerous to keep it on for right now.
We can still get Finn to do this.
Okay.
I just need a moment to take this in real quick.
Yeah,
because
I know.
I only saw you like 7, 6, 5. How long has it been? I don't know.
Like at least almost a week.
I've been awake for like way too long.
Like 3 or 4 days.
I'm sure I can. So as you're like beginning to hear interference, the water ripples where you look into it, and you see his face, and it ripples and ripples, and then you see this face emerge from his face from the water as the water coats around it, and you see this very ambiguous yet like yassified, watery, fey-like face as this figure emerges in the water, clear to everyone. Tall and long, stretched like a drop of water about to fall from a rock. This figure rises, not leaving the water but standing on toes, and looks like remarkably kind of like a shell in some ways, but not exactly, of course. But like same cheek structure, same height, same overall body structure. You know.
Is this what all shapeshifters look
Lonnie!
Oh.
This hand comes up like with a watery, like almost like a it's like a water toga. Like wraps the cloth around the chest and looks across everyone, looks towards you. Why have you tread upon my pond?
She needed to speak to somebody.
Do you not know manners, boy?
I tried to call your name earlier. Did you not hear?
That is not how you summon me.
You never told me how to summon you in the first place.
I would have thought your auntie taught you some manners.
Oh my god.
Let's be real here. Look at me. Does it look like I know manners?
A wave of water splashes across it as the pond reaches out and splashes you. Not doing damage, just wetting all of you.
Oh, come on.
All of us. Come on.
If I had the glove, I would take it off and slap you.
Hey, I didn't do anything.
No, Why is it all suddenly so suspenseful?
Oh, because Goal's screwed right now.
Oh, that's justified. I am Lonnie. This is my pond. You are trespassing as far as I'm aware. But I will allow you to continue your conversation with a foreign spirit in my pond.
Thank
the cat.
you.
The catch
Yes.
is that requires some entertainment.
This is pretty entertaining.
All right.
Not me entertaining you. You entertaining me.
No, I'm saying the conversation's pretty entertaining.
It's a one-way conversation as far as I'm aware.
You can do this, right?
Sorry?
You're a comedian, you're really funny.
I'm not.
Do some
Don't
stand-up.
put this on me. Don't put this on me. I don't. No, I am not a comedian. No, absolutely not. Don't.
Is that very modest?
Oh no, you just always make everybody laugh.
This figure like
I can't.
dives into the water and
I
like
can't do it on
swells into a larger being of water, and like just the top torso leans out of the water, like hands on fingers,
Oh no.
and they just look at you. Tell me a joke.
Here, am I on live? Am I on live, like, with Mr. Shrimp now?
You seem to have lost connection.
Oh, dang it.
Do the one
Damn.
about, like, remember when Petra was saying, like, Zadash, and then you were like,
What? Okay, Ryan, we're gonna put you on the spot. Come up with something.
What happens?
Oh, that are the butterflies in my stomach.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper to
Yeah, with the squirrel.
I'm whispering so that she can't hear me.
Squirrel. What squirrel? What are we talking?
Okay, remember that one time that you said get clowned?
But I can't just say it out of context.
No, yes, but you can kind of set it up with like, have you ever been to Zingav? Places
full
of clowns?
I can see that this is not exactly what I've promised.
I am not a comedian. They were lying to me.
It seems your friends have set you up quite well. But I will leave you before you have some sort of breakdown.
I'm not.
Like the figure looks across. You can all see the features drip with water, and there is like water, but the way the light refracts through this watery spirit nymph, it seems to make some places more opaque, some places more solid, and the hair just ripples back like a wave. But some of the water collects from behind the shoulder and rises up into the air and forms this disc of water. And it bends and bubbles, and the sunlight hits it in such a way that a spotlight forms on the ground as the spotlight begins to swirl around the not the battlefield, but the green grass. What about you? As the spotlight goes onto you, Rosalie. I like your pink hues. You're very pretty.
Oh, thank you.
I hope you're as funny as you are pretty.
I would argue sometimes I can be, but not the funniest. I would say that's more up a chair's alley.
Oh, good God.
As the spotlight
really
drips.
just throwing each other under the bus.
Truly.
Or maybe indica. One of the two of
Do
them.
you like music? Okay.
I have specific choices in music.
Like what?
You ever heard of Riffic Rock?
Have I heard of
Sorry?
Riffic Rock?
No, not you.
Have any of us?
Riffic Rock.
You've heard of Riffic Rock.
No, Riffic Rock, that's always the good stuff.
Is it
Probably not
anything
you.
like rock?
It is more like primordial stone music made by the Fey spirits of home.
Yeah, I can't help you.
There's also a lot of violins for some reason.
I love
I
the
can-
sound of that one song. How does it go? Listen, Dariush.
Damn.
In your common tongue, it is the splash of a wave upon a rock at sea.
I think I know what you're talking about
Yes.
in terms of what that sounds like.
I can see none of you are capable of making me laugh. I have an alternative.
I don't know, have you seen Kaislin without his glasses on?
I guess it didn't really fix his hair.
He looked. They
at
look over to, and the spotlight zooms in on him, like just the pale face with the lights like right in your eyes.
Not to mention there's still water dripping.
Oh yeah.
He looks like a drowned rat.
You know,
You know, for the fun of it, I'll take off my glasses.
He's suddenly the most beautiful man in Ivea.
Don't insult rats. Even they look more cute than he is.
I must say, this group. Oh, you guys are collectively funny.
Oh,
But
no.
right?
What do you mean we're collectively funny?
We're collectively funny.
Yes.
I could make my wolf do a trick.
What are you going to do? Make Sadu do a cartwheel?
The large hand gestures for you to go ahead.
Shit, I didn't think this through.
No,
Oh my God.
that is.
Dos foul.
I don't know what it means. But
I have an alternative if this doesn't work.
No, I'm
No,
looking
it's
into my
not at all.
repertoire of funny
Let's see
jokes.
Sadu do a trick.
I'm trying to. Ryan is trying to think of a trick. That's the problem. What's around here?
Grass and some trees.
Grass and some trees. Great.
Eat grass.
Cause like most of her tricks are.
So I just. tell you what.
Okay,
You
just
can think,
let's do
but
your thing.
in my visits to Rithik, there is one show I love above all else. It is the most popular stage show in all of Rithik.
Slapstick comedy?
What are you talking about?
Please, sweet. Don't say the vampire
No.
show. Don't play the vampire show.
It's called Clan Conflict.
Do I know what that is?
Do any of us?
You can make a history roll.
I was gonna say, do any of us know what that is?
Is it based on
You
anything?
can make a history roll. No one else probably, yeah.
Anything is based on historical events?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't ring a bell at all. 10?
10.
Ah.
What?
Oh God. 7.
Oh no.
Why is he so on me? I got
As you
7.
think.
Boss fight.
As you're thinking, it doesn't come to your head quite clearly, but Clan Conflict, that sounds like a name that you would hear over and over again, like a stage performance like juggling or like some kind of skit that people do constantly over and over again. It reminds you of that. And Clan Conflict, you're just trying to think of what it would mean. Family, clan can mean family, it can mean group, town, village. Conflict can mean scuffle, feud, rebuttal.
Wait.
But as you're thinking, another spotlight forms, and the lights begin to search around the space, and
Oh no.
everyone roll d20. Each one of you roll d20. Add nothing to it.
Add nothing.
Another 10.
Another 10.
Nat 20.
Add 20.
14.
13.
12.
So 14, 14, 10, 10.
You two roll 2 d20s.
7.
Wait, 2 d20s? Or
No,
1 d20.
d20 each,
Okay,
yeah.
17.
7.
17. 7. Okay.
Why is he?
As the spotlights, whoa, they peer down, one on Chell, one on Rosalie. These spotlights land.
And chill.
And Chell and Rosalie.
Oh, did you get the least amount?
Yeah, you got the lowest, you got the highest.
Oh no.
As the spotlights bounce onto each of you,
Oh no.
the voice picks up. Okay, this is how it works. We're going to play Clan Conflict, a round of 3.
Oh.
I will ask you a question, and you will give me your best answer. The one to answer the quickest and the funniest wins that round.
This is family.
Okay, I think I can do this.
What's that?
Oh my god!
I think I can do this. I think I can do this.
Why did
No,
it
this
just
is Clan
click?
Conflict.
But
I'm not good at this!
So,
Oh,
this is how it's going to work. I, will
Who's in
give you-
whose family?
I want both of you to come forward.
Oh god damn it!
As waves of water seem to ripple up your feet and like push you off balance forward. As you guys seem to move forward.
Badly seeing the thing.
I like how we're doing this so you can continue your call with your patron. You're not even doing that.
I know.
And we're in a rush.
He like
I also like the
he
image.
already
It's
got
all the humanoids that are
information.
doing this, and then Sadhu and Chorus are just like in bleachers, just looking at us, just like.
Looking at each other.
And the water does seem to push everyone else back into a row behind everyone as the spotlights stay focused on both of you.
Okay.
So, this is how it's going to work. As the
back to
water
stage.
rises from the grass beneath each of you, and
much for it to
it freezes, forming 2 podiums of ice.
My god!
So, you will slap down on these ice columns whenever you have the answer. The first answer to your head. If you answer quick enough and it's funny enough,
Okay.
I will give you what you seek. Round of 3 though, 1 winner.
Okay.
I don't know what the winner wins, but it's better to have competition.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, Rosalie.
Very well. Remember, the first thing you think of is what you have to say.
Okay.
It's how it works.
Okay.
Best show in Rithik. Okay. As the nymph shrinks back
How
down
did we not
and rises
Don't know.
from the pond.
so nervous.
You guys are on podiums right there. The nymph seems to walk from the pond, but water seems to always trail behind them.
Are they bald?
They seem a little more sleek out.
Yeah, that was.
And they seem to have a
That's such a
mustache.
random
They're
question.
resembling someone from, you think, the Feywild or
The
Rithik.
mustache.
Yeah.
Harvey's a fake.
What else?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, step on the hide.
So,
Oh my god.
this is how it begins. Water seems to ripple a hand into a card. Question?
Is out of character. Can if the answer that I come up with in real life as a celebrity, can I say like my answer be like the world's version of this celebrity?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, cool.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, this is. I'm so bad at this!
This So
I'm usually pretty good.
This is the way it's gonna work out of character. You each are gonna roll d6. The one who gets the highest hit the button first, and you're gonna have to give your answer as
We're not
quickly as
actually
you can.
slapping
No,
the table.
come
No,
on,
I'm not gonna make you
Trevor.
slap.
Trevor,
No.
come on, let us do like come
No.
up with our own answer.
No.
Loser.
If you guys ever go to Riffic, we'll set it up. I'll give you buttons. How about that?
Yes,
That's a
I
promise.
want to
We get buzzers.
That's a promise. I'll give you buzzers.
All right.
Okay,
Let's
so
imagine that was
D6.
easy,
So
but
you each roll a d6. Remember, you only roll a d6 as soon as I'm done asking the question. If
Okay.
you roll it before that, you lose that round.
Okay.
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 I've been waiting to do this for so
Oh
long.
my god. This is why he did
I'm
it.
giddy.
That's why he did it.
I'm so giddy.
oh my god.
I was wondering if you guys would talk to a fae. This is great. Okay.
We got. Was this just depending on whoever, like, which
Wait,
fae
there
we
was no
talked to?
dare
This
This
is
is
every
great.
fae's favorite form of
No, that's what I was
entertainment.
gonna say. Is this just a fae thing constantly?
Yes.
Well, this was
Yes.
canonically something I added to Riffic. A bunch of
Family
shows.
Feud.
Yeah, they have a bunch of game show like
Good.
performances all the time. They don't believe in like theater. They have game shows.
Yeah.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
what we
That's
got?
very
What we
good.
got?
Go.
Okay,
Let's
here we
go.
go. I gotta set up the fun music. Uno momento. Por favor.
All right.
Feud.
The viewers at home, type your answers in the comments below.
Honestly, that's great. I love that, actually.
I love
Why is
this.
he laughing?
The chat is the survey. Survey says.
Survey says.
Okay.
Yes. Steal this for your own game.
Yes. 100%.
Okay.
Alright.
The hand goes into a conversation card. Are you ready?
Yes.
Crowd, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you in front of a live captured studio? We begin.
A live forest.
The live forest. You see some animal creatures like over
No,
the trees.
the live studio audience.
In all of the Abanash, we begin. Plan conflict. Question 1. Tell me something the wizard passes on to their disciple. Roll it. Two.
Why do I get to... No!
What'd you get?
I got a 4!
First thing that comes to your head points to you. Yes, you go first as you slap down, but then you realize, oh shit.
Knowledge!
Survey says as water ripples off on the wall. Well, it gets a swirl and swirl and swirl, and then it reflects and it refracts an image of some place somewhere, a place that's a little too colorful that you think is probably horrific.
Yeah.
As it seems a figure of pink skin, long ears is walking and like immediately stopped and like surprised. Huh, what is going on here? Sir. We are looking for an answer to this question. What is something the wizard passes on to the disciple? Go. Knowledge? As they answer, you hear a loud ding 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 as it goes off, and the man's
funny.
like, what the hell? So, that's what we were looking for. And as the nymph speaks up, it seems that about, 20 responses out of 100 equals
my
knowledge.
That's 20 points.
And you?
Riz. It's short for charisma.
Oh my god.
Surveys. As the nymph pauses for a second, looks to everyone in the crowd, and you swear you hear laughing coming from the forest.
This laugh track.
Very well. Our survey says, reflecting back, you see this gnomish figure, old and crotchety, rocking in a rocking chair on top of a mushroom. Looks up as immediately, like, harassed by people coming up to him. Excuse me, what does the wizard pass on to their disciple? What? What does the wizard pass on to their disciple? Riz. Riz.
This old man knows what Riz is.
And
It's because he has it.
the survey says 12 out of 100 responded with
12
Riz.
people say Riz.
As they do seem to flicker through other images. Well, that was our first question. Everyone give them a round of applause.
That was a shit question.
Congratulations.
I am not good at this.
Everyone ready for the
You
second
won.
round of clan conflict?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're getting into it over there. I see you.
Clan conflict.
All right.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
You do see in the back area there are these like water creatures that form, probably like just illusions
Yeah.
that seem to be cheering on and everything.
Oh my god.
Oh, my page just closed. No.
No.
Come up with a
clan
question on the
conflict.
spot, Trevor.
Okay, here we go.
Oh wait, who's?
Second question. It is these two.
Yeah, so it's
It is these two.
Rosalie has 20 points. Michelle is 12.
12. 12 and 20.
Just double checking.
alright.
Did you do 6 right?
Ooh.
We asked 100 Rithik folk.
Oh my god.
What is one thing you buy from your store that you do not eat? Roll your d6.
6.
Got 2.
2. 6 answers first. Go ahead.
Plastic.
Plastic exists? Microplastics.
Fossick.
They think for a second.
What? I imagine Fossick is black.
So we asked 100 people from Rithik, a place without Fossick.
No, my answer's solid. Plastic, Trevor.
We asked 100
Plastic.
citizens of Rithik
Does the Feywild have
what
plastic?
plastic is.
I don't know.
Survey says!
It's a very like common thing in the water plane.
Survey says. As it is. Where do you think it comes from? That's where it all is. As the survey goes through. X forms. I'm not even rolling for that one. You.
Magic items?
We asked 100 people from Mythic what they buy from the store that they do not eat. Survey says, as an image appears, this woman walking down the road leading a trail of children. The children seem to be made mostly of grass and green leaves, as she is seemingly somewhat of a dryad, leading these children back home, immediately like jumped upon by other fey creatures, and just like holds the children back like in shock. And Madam, we need you to answer this question. What is one thing you buy from the store that you do not eat? Magic items? Can I go home now? Seems like you are correct. As ding ding ding, it sounds only 9 responses though, I'm afraid. But still good enough. Good enough. And since we have one loss, we're actually going to do a special round.
Oh my god.
no.
We're going to give one person a chance to give you a win. We're going to go to the crowd right now, immediately. What response do we have? Everyone roll a d6, all 4 of you.
Come on.
What is one thing you buy at the store
Damn
that you
it.
do not eat?
6.
6.
Damn it.
1.
2.
4.
Over there, as the spotlight pew hits Braun.
Weapons.
The one man that has not gone to a store. We have. As the survey goes up. Yeah, weapons. No, they're weapons, of course. No weapons. As a bunch of faces seem to agree that weapons are necessary. As 15 points go to you.
Oh my, why me?
As they
Thanks,
were.
Brian.
They're basically your pickup call.
Thanks.
Okay.
Phone a friend.
I was gonna say candles.
Wax.
Hot wax.
Okay, it finally loaded again. Okay. Everyone ready for the final question of this clan conflict?
Apparently I'm not.
You got it, Joe.
I'm sorry, I just read it.
As the crowd goes silent, the forest gets quiet. The nymph looks to each of you, leans over to Rosalie's table, the ice counter. So, you're not from around here, are you?
No. I mean, I think my home is actually the closest out of one of ours, but
Where are you
other
from?
than you.
The folks want to know at home, where are you from?
At home?
At home?
Oh, right.
Where?
This is being broadcast. What unlikely.
Oh,
Oh,
Pochelle.
no.
Huh?
Pochelle.
Oh.
I thought you were from Teo.
Technically, the place that I tend to be at a lot of times is.
Pochelle.
Yes.
Lesbian. I thought you were from America.
She had 4 different answers that she could have said for that one.
Oh my god.
That's and you over there moves over towards your
Oh, Lord.
counter. Before this final question, I'm curious. Are you used to being on the stage? You seem to have the face for it.
I am used to being on this stage.
Oh, you
Yes.
perform. Do you sing?
Yes, actually.
Oh, what kind of songs do you sing?
Usually musical numbers back in the day.
Oh, a musical performer.
Why did
I
I say
see. Back in the day. So not anymore.
No, not anymore. Just a few years ago, though.
Mm.
Just a few years ago.
got a little too old, did we?
Ask a question.
No. Very well. Our final question.
You thought I had no manners. Old.
Go for
Fire
it.
splashes onto Braun again.
Yeah, I deserved it.
Brings up a card.
Okay.
We asked 100 people from Rithik. Name the most useful body part that begins with the letter L. Go. Roll a d6.
3.
What'd you get?
Legs.
Wait, no, what'd you roll?
Oh, 4.
Legs. Survey says,
Oh, lungs.
as the image appears up there,
Now that
You just said it first. Now.
you see an image appear of a figure quite small. Where'd you come from? Sir, please answer this question. This is private property. No, answer this question before we leave.
In the Feywild?
Okay, legs? And the camera zooms out, or the image zooms out, and you realize this small figure is a centipede-like creature with hundreds of legs.
Heck yeah.
Oh my
As
god!
survey says, 20 people answered with legs. As,
What are you rolling?
oh, I was just rolling a d20,
Oh.
so I got an at 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, you keep getting 20s.
Yeah. Over here.
Lungs?
We asked our survey, lungs was the second most popular answer. As you see, everyone's like, well, lungs, obviously, right? Yeah, lungs. Yeah, you could live without legs, but not lungs, right? You know, as like a fire spirit's like, I don't actually breathe, but I think lungs are important. As instantly you get 16 points. Surprisingly, making both of you really close, and I lost track of the numbers, but this
13,
I'm pretty sure she
12,
won.
what's the second one?
It
You
was
got 20 in the
20,
first one.
12, and then the one that we just got.
As you count up and you think to yourself, the nymph speaks up. You know what? It doesn't even matter. I had a good time. The cards and water splashed to the side. I think we're done here. You have successfully made me enjoy my time with you. Give everyone a round of applause. Give them a round of applause, crowd. Yay, yay. Woo. Some crowd shouts for you.
Thank you for saying that out loud because I genuinely couldn't.
I
think of
wish I
anything
didn't.
else.
I
I was
wanted to
sitting
see
here
you
being
squirm.
like, running through my entire body, being like, okay, no, no.
Kaito would have been awful up there for that last question, because my first thought when you said that was ligaments.
Those are important.
They are.
I'm not gonna lie, my first thought was alarms. Like saying arms. I was like, no.
Remember, folks at home, you can tune in again to our After Dark non-PG
What?
viewing.
What?
Later at the same time tomorrow. No, wait.
Wait, I thought it was after dark, though.
Well, time doesn't really work how it works.
I think it might
here.
be 16 hours behind time.
You know what? It doesn't really matter. You can tune in later. Don't forget
Or before.
to keep in touch and keep your eye to the water, as you never know what you're going to see with
Oh,
Lonnie
lips.
at sea. And the water splashes down as you realize now that Lonnie, the nymph, was magically broadcasting this to viewers in the realm of Rithik, probably.
Getting those sweet
Yippee.
views.
Yeah, we're famous now.
I was hoping to keep it preferably family friendly, but I wasn't entirely sure with some of the youthful ones here gesturing to you.
What?
I think she's actually a grown woman.
She's quite small. I thought mortals
I'm-
tend to grow when they get larger.
She's
older.
a goblin.
A goblin.
Can we
What's
use
a
your
goblin?
Actually, yeah, what is it?
pod?
You sound older.
Can
but
we use your pod
I'm a
now?
goblin. Me.
You have
look,
sufficed
with
my
the
basic
ears and
needs
the
of
teeth.
hilariousness. and
tiny green
humor.
people.
So yes.
Small, green,
You know, I do
usually
think of a
sharp,
joke,
very
actually,
sharp
and all
teeth,
of that.
longer fangs and
Okay.
stuff.
Don't worry. If you ever
Claws.
come back, we can do the
Okay.
non-PG version. Now that I know that.
Can I whisper the
adults.
joke to
20
you,
years
Trevor?
old.
Trevor, can I whisper the joke to you in character?
Yes.
Oh.
What? This was just for you.
Whisper.
I kind of wish that Trevor intentionally asked a joke that you could make some dirty remark to. So you try to see Trevor's.
I wanted one of
surprise
those
on his
spin
face.
questions
That's
that
actually
was like,
more
what
handsome.
can you say about your
What can you say
your
about
car that you can't say about your girlfriend?
Well, I couldn't necessarily say car, but there were a few of those that I was hoping to use, then the thing that I was using closed. So
Oh.
I had to back out immediately.
What can you say about your wagon that you can't say about your partner?
And everything that came to my head was extremely
I wanna
raunchy.
beat it.
You know?
And
This thing can take on like 7 people.
child.
Slaps.
You know, next time.
the youth present and me.
Yeah.
I'm not even the youngest one here.
No, she's actually the second oldest.
Don't worry for your. Don't worry. The next time you guys are on a clan conflict performance,
How do we all?
you guys can opt into the adult version.
Every time we meet a fae, we're like, do you like clan conflict?
How did we just? Okay, so sorry. I
The
just,
water nymph
How do we
retreats into the
forget
water, and
lips?
you hear the voice.
for.
Lips.
The voice.
Yeah.
The voice speaks out before it fully retreats. You may now use my pond as you wish. Just don't piss in it. As
Why would they do that?
you'd be surprised.
Then you gotta realize we're in the woods. Everything pisses everywhere.
What if Mr.
Speaking
Tripp
of,
is
I
watching?
need a sandwich, so I'll be right back, guys.
Mr. Shrimp.
Hey, I don't know
Alright.
if you just realized this, but someone just told me to check my mirror, and
I was on clan conflict, yes, I know.
yeah, I didn't think you knew that was a thing.
I didn't, and then. Anyway,
A great export from Fey culture that hasn't made it fully here yet, I must say.
well,
Oh wait, can you hear us as well?
no.
No.
So,
I'm pretty sure you
I
can.
think I can kind of hear him, but
yeah, don't tell him that.
oh, sure I won't.
So, yes, we're trying to use it. We're using a pond to contact you, and the pond was owned by a nymph,
Oh, that's what we cut.
Nani.
Lani. Yes. And we had to be on clan conflict too in order to use it anyway. Point is, did you get my mail? Did you get all of it?
I got the message.
Yes.
It might take some time, but I can get something to this ice crest.
Thank you. I
Um,
appreciate it.
I'm currently out of Lestron, but
Okay.
I could probably get it back to him if he's still there.
Isn't
I
he in
don't
Dale?
think he's
Probably not.
there. He's on his way to Theo.
Well, I'll have some of my assistants on the lookout, I guess, then.
Excellent. Thank you. Is there anything I've been asking a lot of you recently? Is there anything that I need to do
Well,
to make this kind of even?
I got to say, I don't want to push you to anything, because I know you're not performing much anymore. But there is a deal I made, and I was going to send one of my new hires for it, but you are my most reliable asset, and friend and family and all that. I have a deal with Pockets of Potions. They need someone in the potion bottle suit for an event coming up, and they're supposed to be able to sing. And
I think I know someone perfect for that, actually.
I kind of had you in mind, but do you have someone else? I mean, I knew you were conscious about sharing your face, so I thought this was the best thing to put you in the potion costume and just put you on stage. But
Pockets of potions.
You know, I'll get back to you. The first person I thought of was Indigo, but I don't think that she,
What?
I don't think we have enough time for
What?
well, I'll think of other things just in case.
Okay. Thank you.
Farewell. Be
Farewell.
safe.
What was that about Indigo?
Nothing.
Alright, so can he do it?
Yes. Okay.
How long will it take?
He said he'll try.
Should we try to get Finnith to do it also?
Yes,
just
I
in
do
case?
think. If
We can try.
because he said he's trying to get one of his new hires to send a message, and his new hires last just like a year or so, and then they get all wishy-washy about the contract and all that. Ugh. Crybabies.
Okay.
Is that a water pun? Wishy-washy.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, how do you contact him? Do you just...
I just kind of think about it, I guess. Do we want to do that now, or do we want to wait till we get further?
Let's do it as
Let's
soon as
keep
possible.
going, because I think that you don't need to contact him through water.
You can
No.
we can keep walking and you can try to contact him while we're walking.
Well, we have. We have mounts. We're not walking. We're just on mounts and shit.
Well, not
Sir,
all of
oh,
us.
Not all of
I
us.
think all of us can fit on them.
No.
No,
That's
we already
why
tried
Kaislin
this.
was on the thing
That's
and
right.
Chell was on him. Because
We can take turns on the sled and
Well, I
whatever.
mean, if 2 people are on the sled, then 2 people can be on each of the
I don't think
mounts.
2 people fit on the sled.
no,
No.
it's only
I
because
will
the Chell
say,
was an
like,
object.
you guys aren't gonna really make much better time either way because the forest isn't helpful for traveling either way,
Yeah.
especially
Hey,
the sled.
quick question. Is it a good idea to try to summon a devil to a fey forest? Especially when trying to navigate it could cause issues?
I mean,
Yeah, can you like teleport here?
I don't know how it gets here.
Would I be able to know how?
You have no idea.
Yeah.
this seems a bit of a...
I mean, maybe. I don't know. He might end up in the Fae if he takes the wrong turn.
Ooh, right.
You can ask
That's-
him about it. He might know actually.
You know, it might be that you
I
just contact him when we make camp or something.
I think he would. I know a place where there's a lot of room without the Feywild being influenced.
Oh,
we
yeah,
can
that's
go
a good
there.
idea.
I guess.
We'll wait for a bit.
And just follow me.
I'm gonna start making a list of clan conflict questions, whatever
Good.
comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You need to have ones where I can say like celebrity names, Trevor.
There are some D&D ones I had, and then it closed. Like, one of them is, what's a spell you would give to a wizard you hate?
Shield.
True strike.
You know,
True strike. True strike.
what is the couple name of a barbarian and a rogue?
Wait.
Oh, God.
Quiet anger.
Sometimes you gotta think about it.
Barbo?
Barbogue?
Baroque. The Baroque period.
No, Barogian.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So eventually you guys will find a place that you're
needle in a
looking for,
haystack.
which
Yeah. It's essentially just a place that I know where there's a lot more room without the Fey.
yeah, there's a bit more
influence.
clearing, which would probably be the best place to camp, if anything.
Yeah.
So you'll find your campsite and the clearing that you're looking for. It's getting around the time where you should camp. As for watches, you don't really need to make watches as far as you're aware,
Yeah.
living in this forest. At least not in this area, so that's good news.
Oh yeah. And by the way, we don't really need to watch. The only things that really walk around here are fake creatures, but they might be Grekins, but they're fine.
We still want to
the-
watch.
Grekins.
I mean, Indigo.
Wait, do you not know what Grekin means?
Is Grekin a slang? Is Grekin a slang term, or is that something about the Fae?
Just explain
What
it.
Like how I'm a Grekin. She's a Lemire.
Brother, what?
Okay, certain Fae. Lemire's typically a little bit more friendly to humanoids, kind of people. Grekins, not.
Is this a
They're
Sylvan?
fine. These are good.
Is this
Grekins,
just
though.
slang
These are
or
Sylvan
like
terms?
jerk
Yeah,
and
it's
cool?
I think it's both technically. I think it's technically both Sylvan and non-Sylvan at the same time.
What are you calling me?
Lemire, a friendly Fae.
Oh.
I think this
I'm a Grekin,
it starts to
not
make
friendly.
sense. There is like in Rithik
You're a
and
jerk.
Fae legends, there tends to be a difference or narrative difference between Fae that are more akin to shadows and ones that are more akin to light. Bubbly and hateful, spiteful and good-natured. You know, all playful and chaotic, but there seems to be a difference. And that seems to be the words he's using. Something you're not familiar with though.
Grekins and Lemires.
Alright.
Okay.
I can stay up for a little bit and keep the watch.
You acting like no one knows now.
No, I remember I rolling that 20 with you.
What?
Oh yeah, that was when you were sleeping. I just didn't do anything with it.
I don't remember you rolling, but
I did. I rolled in that.
I don't.
20.
I think you just noticed that there's something was.
I was closing my eyes whenever he looked
I
over.
remember it because
I was saying you're not certain.
Yeah,
about anything
I'm not
else.
certain. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. Just like
She's a little sus.
She is.
Our whole group is very sus.
Don't see her like actually want to eat.
I ate the sandwich this morning.
Yeah, what happened with
They all
that?
snacked on the road.
I went and cleaned it out earlier.
He just open up.
Give it back to the nature.
Just
Takes a whole sandwich.
Just open a hatch.
Yeah, I was hoping that sandwich would be good, but
Could
it
you
kind of
imagine?
wasn't.
a bird just flying in there. Like
You got a little bird
stand
nesting
still.
in there?
It's like a bird.
Hey, that's
Make
a
a little
great
nest.
place to hide a key.
It is girl dinner. Anyway,
You guys arrive at camp. You start setting up. What would you like to do, Kaisa? didn't you want to like
Do
this
something.
is
Oh,
the
call
clearing
Finn.
he was talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Right, I forgot for a second, like, what the hell are you talking about?
Kaislin, what would you like to do? Leaning from the clouds.
Who's the guy with the clouds? Oh, hi, guys.
Do your thing.
Do my thing. Still not entirely sure how this connection works. We are currently in the Albanage right now. Don't know if you can teleport or how that works. It might not be safe if you can't teleport. But if you want to come over for tonight, you can. Also, we have a favor we want to ask.
You attempt to connect this with Finn. The same. You've done it once before, where you've called out to him. And you try to mimic almost the way that a chill does it, seeing a similarity between that. I will say there is like a. You do understand that the message is received.
Mm-hmm.
Your otherworldly feline companion can sense your presence and does understand some of your mental thoughts in given time. Not exactly a one-to-one telepathy, though.
Yes.
There's a bit of acknowledgement, though, you think.
Alright, I think there's an acknowledgement.
Why
How
don't,
much of that he got?
why don't you specify that we're looking for soap and not like an assassination?
Well, we're looking for him to contact Pat too, just in case.
That's true.
Yes, also, I can't. It's not like telepathy, really. It's just like vague ideas or concepts.
But you can sense that he got it.
Yes.
So.
He received it, and there was some kind of understanding.
I guess we'll keep
Okay.
an eye out for him.
Also,
Who did that enter the Feywild?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna go over and somewhere sort of a little to the side
Yeah.
to sort
some
of
space.
pray to my god,
Gotcha. Good God.
to Zulfast.
Very well.
And so I'm gonna go do that.
You'll take time finding some place a little more quiet where you can focus a bit more and begin the process of communing or calling out for aid from your cold lord.
Bring us a blizzard.
All of a sudden.
Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, great. Bring up the one your blizzard.
As you step aside, as Kaizen goes through this, as you guys are all finishing up the campsite, and the acknowledgement is received, Kaizen, you go over and assist then making sure everything's set aside, maybe find some firewood if you guys plan on getting a fire started or something like that. There is this quick chill, though, upon your shoulders as you feel the grasp of cold, heavy hands with claws come upon your shoulder, Braun, and you all quickly pick up the low, bellowing, growly voice of Finn as he speaks of, "Oh, you shouldn't have. I didn't know you were into giving gifts
No.
with such exquisite
No.
taste." As he
No.
leans forward, there's this like smirky smile of nothing but teeth that are meant to shred and tear flesh.
Finn, drop it.
As he just leans
would
in.
I possibly know what this guy is based off of him and the fact that his hands are backwards?
You can make a roll to find. Yeah, this would probably just be a history roll then for you.
Okay. 21. That was a 19 plus.
I will say his hands in this case don't give him away as they seem the right way right now. But interesting enough, the visage, this strange teeth, this almost sulphurly like smell on this creature, the primal yet devilish notes of his appearance do give him away to be that so flesh-craving creature known as a Rakshasa. But then as soon as like the jig's up, he smiles and smirks more softly as well as he can.
In phrenologically, like, I would give you such a stomachache, man. I'm not at all what you're expecting.
It was a joke as he pushes you off.
It's not like I
These people
anything.
don't understand good humor sometimes, as I can clearly now see.
Did you watch the clan conflict episode?
What?
Do you watch Rific TV?
I do not dabble with
Just
Rific.
checking.
Honestly, it's actually kind of fun without one.
This tall figure who is a good, like, almost... He's a couple inches taller than you would expect him to be, but his form is clearly, like, made to look a bit more monstrous than some other, like, feline folk you've seen throughout the world. It's once you inspect him closer, it's easy not to mistake him for those kind of people. Though whenever his hands move, you do see that you pick up the slightest bit with your investigation. Yeah, it's easy enough right now that he is using an illusion of some sort to make his hands appear normal.
Well, pleasure to meet you, I guess. What's your name?
My proper full name is Fanif, but these people continue to call me Finn, and you may call me Finn as well.
I thought you said that was fine.
I do prefer it, but I'm starting to not like it coming out of your mouth.
Do you want us to call you Fanith then?
Whenever you talk, everything sounds sarcastic.
What? Sorry!
Just to know, what I know what Fanif means in his natural tongue. What's that mean again?
Fanith is infernal.
Yeah.
But it's an older infernal. I would say, yeah, you're probably familiar with what Fanith
Original
means.
or something.
Fanith is essentially a slang term, an infernal, an old tongue. It's a word that was used for rodent.
Wait. Fanif?
Vermin.
Fanith.
Fanif.
Fanith.
Fanif. They named you a rodent?
Don't. I will
Oh.
kill you, Chrisley.
I did not. I'm sorry they didn't.
Is he your
know.
friend?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Loosely.
Seems like you're friends now. As he walks away with a slight gaze of a predator.
I don't know. He's one sentence away.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't know they didn't know that.
I know our contract said friends.
It did?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Oh.
You're safe for now.
He looks so.
He made that contract on live, handwritten. He
Oh,
included that.
Well, what do you need, my confidant?
Yes, I think we will need to try to deliver a message. We get a little bit over our heads in this mission that we're on.
I'm a male boy.
You know
Yeah, I'm
Pat.
pretty sure you're a man.
A male
That's-
man.
A male boy. What?
Oh, wow.
He meant.
I did not get that until you explained that. Wow. I guess I must be really tired.
There's a weird energy today.
Clearly, you've been hanging out with Faith.
Do you remember Pat Icecrest?
Yes, I remember you mentioning Pat Icecrest.
We need a message sent to him, or at least mailed to him something.
Right, okay. Yeah, let's talk about what you need me to send to him, I guess.
Yes.
Explain.
Generally, he sent us on a quest to go look for a flying ship that went down a few years ago. That's all it was supposed to be. It's turned out to be much more than that now.
Oh.
Yeah.
A flying ship that went down a few years ago. Where is it?
In the
Up
mountains.
north of us.
Somewhere around that
So-
way.
That's the thing, we don't know where it is. We're just going to where it
Do you at
is.
least have a name?
Yes.
Really?
But like, it turns out we suspected other people were after it. There are.
Supposedly they're after it because of.
Dude,
um,
it's
they're supposedly.
I see you for what you are.
We are looking for the Edix Grace.
I will say,
legal name.
being so close, you can get a lot of senses from him. First off, you pick up the natural sulfury smell that's caught in his fur, but you also pick up the smells of nice perfumes or nice odors as well. But looking upon his face as he's thinking, and as you say that, there's no visage or illusion that a Rakshasa would normally have to hide the image of a cat's eyes dilating, as his pupils seem to go much wider than normal, from slits to plates.
Uh-oh. He's got the
Yeah, that probably rings a bell. Do you also know the name Brandi?
Brandi.
Not
Is that
the
some sort
toy
of nickname?
company.
It's a.
Oh, Brandi Lamco?
No.
I think that's an entertainment company.
Not that. It's a
The cult.
it's a cult of the Brandi, or it's a Brandi himself is a demon dragon.
Demon dragon. You better be careful dealing with demons. They're not to be trifled.
Yeah, this is where
Yeah,
the
that's
problem
the
comes in.
issue. So like I said, the main thing we were here for was to find the Alex Grace.
Yes.
It's turned out to be more than that, because the cult of the Branded Eye is also after it right now, and they're after than more than just the ship.
Ew.
They're trying to power up their demon dragon.
Using the blood of a Dragon King.
So you think you could tell Pat
first.
about this?
Because he's the one that sent us on this mission, and I don't think he realizes any of this is happening.
We would really appreciate it.
Like strokes underneath his like chin. All this like fluff and fur, almost making like a beard. It's like a little scraggly, you know.
Just the urge
Wanna
to pet him.
His ears do this sort of like one seems to like flick to the side.
You need to stop
and the
being
other
so
one seems to
cat-like.
like be focusing on him, like acknowledging him while he's not looking at him.
Of course. Even though we're under a contract, I can do something for you as well. You seem interested about the Alex Grace. Is there something
His
particular
other
you're looking
ear
for?
seems to flick back towards you. You're asking me if there's something I'm looking for in the Alex Grace?
Yeah, something we can keep our eye out for.
Something you can recover or grab?
Something like that.
What have I told you about what I know about the past?
That's very vague.
What has he told me?
Fucking nothing, brother.
If you don't know, then nothing.
You don't know.
I don't think you know. I don't think he really said much.
I didn't think so either. I do have some thoughts on this. I will have to think about it. Yes. You're beginning to realize something, you think. Rakshasas are great liars based on myth and legend, and they can take on messages that are hard to see through. But it's never said that in their natural form, it may be easier to tell that they're lying or expressing curiosity or something like that. But as he ponders for a moment, let me think about that. I'm sure I would have some sort of request if you're offering. And all I have to do is look for this Pan Ice Crest and tell him that you're going to be in danger.
Yeah, just tell him about the
Yes,
brand
and
eye
see
thing.
if he has anything to say about that, or...
Well, there's
Oh.
no way he can get in contact with us so then we can talk more.
And also, I think, what you wanting again?
So,
Soap, I need some fine soap to get off the
15
stupid
gold.
cloak.
I have
This
perfume.
you have 15 gold worth of soap.
I perfume.
It has to be 15 gold,
Her
a
cloak
fine
is
soap.
cursed.
Oh,
Or
you're
let-
cursed.
Yes,
Yes.
Very
yes.
picky.
I thought I smelled a curse on you.
If you can
You didn't
dispel the
say
curse, that
that's
would be
just
very
her personality.
appreciated.
No one asked me to say
Yeah.
anything.
Hey!
I saw the opening. I had
Wow.
to take it.
Holy hell.
I was just realized the funny thing. Both the Fae here are cursed.
You're more cursed than her.
That's true.
Yeah.
Are you Fae?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
He's not a tiefling even.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not.
He's weird.
I'm not a tiefling.
I thought you were supernaturally annoying.
Yeah.
Coming from you.
Says-
I have an innate anger towards those horrific Fae beings.
Okay.
Not quite terrific for you, eh?
Oh wait.
His eyes narrow into slits.
I just realized. Does he see chorus?
God,
He hasn't
I wish
not
I had
noticed
this many
it.
bangers when we were
Well,
doing the stupid
I'm going
game.
to hope that I stay on this one's good side, I guess.
So I'm going on a shopping trip too?
If you would.
I don't have any money.
I'm assuming that you can...
She doesn't have any money.
Oh, you're poor.
Oh, you're poor.
I spent all my money on this stupid cloak!
Alright, well, I guess I have to finance this too.
I'll just wear it.
Oh.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Leave it to
Are
a
you
shell
sure?
to pay everyone's burdens, am I right?
I'm not.
Just give him the money.
This is why you keep her around, right? Not just to roast you all the time, because she's rich.
I mean, it's pretty funny to hear her roast Kaizen.
That's
Here's
fun to be
15
around.
gold. Use it for this soap.
Can I have some allowance to maybe buy passage or something, or a new cloak, you know? It's not exactly like I can
I
just
give him
teleport
2
there.
gold.
This is unnaturally kind of you.
Unnatural.
His ears like lay back in like anticipation of like a fight.
I'm not like mean.
You're not mean.
You're not mean.
Like I'm not a monster. Okay?
You know, I don't usually agree with the term,
Can we
but
do another
sometimes
drink
What's wrong with monsters?
You're not a
I was
monster.
about to ask the same question.
he
Here.
looks at you too. You know, I don't use this term lightly, but you do bring a lot of the sass and the cattiness to this group.
Yeah,
It's because
and
she wasn't socialized as a child.
actually, I
She's a kind
Oh.
of.
Actually, I was. It's so funny.
I wonder if this is just innate.
It is in the program.
It's a very good group. I can also offer you a little bit of what I have. I'm also currently broke, spent it all on magic. I'll have more once we actually get to the ship and if we recover anything.
Oh.
But right now, I'm at least not near town. It won't come in handy. This is basically everything I have. I give him 3 gold.
3 and 2 gold.
yeah.
I can buy a new pair of shoes.
Oh my
Like
god.
fancy shoes.
What is
I can probably get you a nice pair.
Everybody wanting shoes now.
Okay, so you go. You tell Pat about the stuff that we told you about the brand eye. Do you remember?
Yeah.
All right, so you tell him that. See if he has anything to relay to us. You buy 15 gold worth of soap,
Fine.
and you
so
bring it back,
Fine.
and you tell us what Pat said.
it could take a few days. You know, I can't just teleport there.
I understand that.
How'd you get here?
I wasn't too far.
Were you
Okay.
in the Arbonage or like?
Yeah, I'm never too far from him sometimes, but I just don't like being around the larger group all the time.
stalking?
Okay.
How can you not go far away from him?
My bond to him, in a way, keeps me here, so I'm obligated to want to keep him alive.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
But
That's fair.
a part of my curse is this actually just might be my personality. I don't tend to like large groups.
Gotcha.
Got it.
Makes sense, but generally, if you could get that back. Also, thinking about what you would want from the Edic's Grace. I keep selling in
Yeah, you can
mind.
think about that on your trip, and then when you come back, you can tell us.
Also, I don't know if you'd want to or not. It's your decision. I know you say like once a week you want the cook. You can do that now, or you can wait. Because I think we're still 2 days away from it being a week. Or is it 3 days?
Do we have a calendar for
It
the
would essentially- this would
dinner?
3 more days and then it'll be a week
Oh,
since you guys left.
It's our weekly devil dinner.
Well, tell you what.
Wait.
I'm sure I could whip something up.
I mean, you're the one who wanted to cook. We're not forcing you to do it.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't.
What, you want to just eat grass out here?
But
We have
food.
rations.
You would prefer rations over finely cooked food.
I never said I would prefer it. I'm just saying that we're not forcing you.
I want you to ask me to cook.
What?
Wait, can he cook?
Yes, he
Yes,
can
he
cook
can
really
cook.
well,
Can you
actually.
cook for us?
Please.
You could see his like ears flick in like a pleasing way. as he's very happy. He's very happy
Okay,
that
like-
she asked him to
You
cook.
see, we're
Is he
not.
purring?
It might be a subtle purr.
We heard a rare word from Rosalie, please.
We're not actually mean.
Can I use my detect thoughts once?
You can cast detect thoughts.
Yeah, my once per day detect thoughts.
As you cast detect thoughts, there's this mind that sticks out from the rest, and you can clearly tell it is him, but in a way that also feels uniquely like shaking hands rather than just probing, as it seems like his mind in a way is also partially telepathic. As you feel his presence, and he
We're like,
seems to look towards you and acknowledges your presence.
I just realized, I just imagine just like, it's just echoing feedback.
Since when could you ponder into someone else's mind?
Did he say that out loud?
Yeah.
recently, It's a new development. I'm trying it out on anything I can.
I'm well practiced in magic that opens the mind in such lengths and have some innate abilities from my previous life that has given me that sense. And I got to say, you should be more careful when you do that. You never know what you'll pick up. Your mind feels so strange and weirdly wax-like.
Yes, I've realized that I have the ability to not just detect the, like, you know, how I'm doing, I guess. Because I speak with him telepathically, which is different.
Yeah.
My different than detect thoughts now.
Mm-hmm.
If I talk like this, I can just communicate. But, and then going back off of the detect thoughts, if I do that, I can latch on to at least a little bit of memory that someone has had and take it in as my own.
As they're having this telepathic conversation, you can see like his head tilts back like slightly, and his like it's almost like an aggressive like cat-like pose. You know, his eyes do like tighten into slits, and his ears pulled back as he's like put aside and like kind of like disturbed.
I'll stop.
No, I'm just caught off guard. I thought you were a human.
Oh.
No one has told me otherwise, but now that I feel your mind, I can tell that you are
That's
greatly different.
I am different. I'm very different.
Oh, what are you, a Chell?
I think she'd like to know as well.
I would like to know as well. Seriously, I just have a folk name to go off of, something similar to what I am.
Who raised you?
My parents?
Are
Humans?
they like you?
No. They are not like me.
What happened to make you different?
I don't know. I didn't find out.
What do
I
you
can do
know? As like the head leans closer, and he
Oh,
almost
God.
seems to literally grow a little bit. Like his clothes seem to like press up against his form, and you realize he wears like those layers because his body is not exactly like always in one form.
I'm gonna start like inching, trying to kind of get between them, like, okay.
What do you know, Chell?
About what I am?
Yes.
That the common word for it, well, it's not common at all. It's just a word that my patron found that is the closest what I am, a peragine, or something akin to a moon's tear, I believe was another word for it.
There is this like growl in the back of his throat, almost, and like his hackles are online. Like he's very much like put off.
Do you have opinions on this?
I mean, it's.
I need to go and check something.
Why do you need to go and check something? If you're curious as to why I tried to do it in the first place, one, trying to see if I could even do
Are
it.
you still
on the devil.
telepathically talking with him?
Yes.
He
at least
shunts
this-
his
okay.
mind from you.
Then I go back to
Yeah.
talking normal. The only reason I did that is I can copy people's like memories, whatever, but I really want to pet you. But you don't like being pet, so I wanted to turn into you so I could just. I'm just going
that's
to
creepy.
say it.
That's creepy. What?
His
He's so cute. Look at him.
his gray tiger-like face with its like very fluffy cheek like hair, and it goes a little further than most things. He almost looks like a mix between like a minx and tiger, you know. And his like very like cold gray blue eyes.
He's so cute. Look at me.
Like he looks perturbed, and he just like raises a hand. Don't touch me right now.
Panda?
I'm not comfortable with that from right now, I guess.
You don't have to cook dinner if you don't want.
Yeah, no, you.
I need to go somewhere.
What did I just do?
I just look at him and talking in front. I was just like, I feel weird for you, man. I'm sorry for what this is turning out to be. I'm so,
What you do?
I know this is nothing from a fake, but yeah.
He won't take too much from what you say, but an ear does like acknowledge you. And he'll take some steps back and think for a second. Good night.
Oh gosh, what did
Good
I
Out
do?
of curiosity, I'm not entirely sure how like the connection between us works. If I focus on it, can I feel any kind of emotions?
Just make a raw wisdom roll. No intelligence roll.
Intelligence?
Yeah, just an intelligence check.
18.
18. So you think you do feel a subtle tension that grows into a cold, stomach-turning, like nausea.
Oh, he's scared? Is he scared?
Oh.
But he's going to turn around, and you see his like long, fluffy tail just sort of like whips and wraps close to his like legs, like not like going too far out from him, and he'll disappear into a red smoke.
I chose the wrong dialogue option, guys. I'm so sorry.
But as he departs, you do hear in your mind a quick telepathic message to you. It seems like he purposely did this to you. Be wary around her.
Damn.
She
Oh, damn.
is dangerous.
Dangerous?
Oh my god.
As there's this like fear in his mental voice and a very cautious warning sense. Not like a I'm gonna die of a heart attack because I see you, but like I'm not gonna touch the bear. You know? As he fades from your mind.
You really just plummeted your.
And that's where we're gonna go to break, and we'll be back with the prayer afterwards. But
Hey.
yeah, hey streamers, welcome back the second time. We're gonna start where we left off, of course. We had Eterna going over to the side to pray.
Yes.
And as you have found your own space,
All the chaos is happening.
Yeah. While your acquaintances are talking to a hellish cat and discussing things, you stepped away to pray, to hopefully reach out to Zolfast and his emissary as well. Which is I have to double check my own notes.
Oh, I started.
I have it somewhere in here.
No, you didn't.
But you reach out.
All.
Sorry.
Look at these. Look at these hooligans.
I'm not tall enough.
Girl, it's facing the wrong way.
No, it's not. There we go.
Gotcha.
Oh my god.
Yay.
No, I'm not tall enough.
No, you
You're
have to go
facing
back.
It's fine. You're gonna go.
It's
Okay, we're
fine.
fine. We're fine.
You guys are menace.
Anyways.
Yeah.
No, the menace is this man right here.
boy?
Sorry, I did not mean to accidentally spill your drink. I'm sorry.
Can you imagine? She just went.
Oh, you're paying for my computer.
Free upgrade.
I'm trying to find the emissary's name. It was somewhere in here, but I have a lot of words to look at. So
The one that I talked to.
Yeah, the Zolfast angel is only
Milikfan.
Milikfan. That's right. I just want to.
It's in my. It's in my little cheat sheet.
Didn't want to mess it up. But yes, you begin to pray, setting out the proper arrangements, going to a space. You begin to channel your own faith, and hopefully contact and bring forward the voice of your God. Is there anything Eterna says while she begins to pray? Anything she specifically speaks out?
Is there like a specific way to, like, is there like a hand gesture that
Whatever you
know?
want it to be.
Since
That's too much pressure on me.
Zolfast's faith is very
Okay.
small right now, obviously, so
Yeah,
you can.
yeah, because I
I was trying to make like a
y'all had-
snowflake,
Y'all
but
had theirs, but
Something maybe like this, like a teardrop shape, as there's often the frozen teardrop that is represented in his faith.
so first off, I would like to thank you for lending me your strength, your power, your everything, for lending me, you know, the strength and power and to heal my friends. It seems that we have gotten into difficult there are things going on. There are people, bad people, who are trying to access things they should not, according to according to a note left by Chuck, apparently, in a book, but that was coded. But I'm not like, you know, I'm making this assumptions that we are correct, and that this information is, because why would Chuck go through such trouble to hide? But either way, it is scary for one. I haven't had much of a purpose for a while now, other than to keep Indigo alive, to travel and to protect her. But I want to know if you knew anything about the cult of the Branded Eye that you would share with me. And to know if there's anything I can do, because they thought that they are trying to get the location of the first Dragon King seems very scary, and I am not sure that what I can even do. I feel a bit in over my head, but either way. If you know anything,
you call out, almost having like a therapeutic moment, just explaining your own stresses, you know. And as you reach out, you've read in many books, many of your books you've read so far, when clerics in those stories pray to their gods, it's often a quick sort of prayer, and there's never a conversation to be had with the god afterwards, which has always seemed strange to you as you've been so closely connected to Zolfos and his emissary. As Milikfon himself aided you in understanding and growing in power, and bringing you back from the brink. And as you say this prayer, a breeze blows past your shoulder, blowing your hair in the wind, the cold chill of the northern wind. A scent that reminds you of the Alps of home. A voice in that wind carries from your ear to your mind. I hear you. A voice known by you to be Milikfon. Our master hears you. Your concerns are not unwarranted. The winter retreats from the lands you walk upon, but his faith is always with you. You do good, humble snow. There's this second breeze that comes in from the south, delayed but joining the one from the north. The voice seems to grow larger and louder. Even no matter, there's this pause, a stutter. Wherever you go, Eterna, feel free to call upon me and our Lord to whisper and give guidance. This danger you come across is known little to us, but I am well aware of the trouble of vile dragons. Be wary of the great-scaled demons. Not all dragons harbor such rage, but they're all equally as dangerous, finding different reasons to kill or steal. As for a demon, whenever you feel the presence, the hot, painful heat in your chest that forms with rage, the cold, unwelcoming presence of fear in your stomach, know that it is not far. You have the sense my God has given you. Our God has given you. Use your faith. Divine the future ahead of you. Walk with the wind. And as the south and north cold breeze mixes in, it forms around you this very small but cold like breeze tornado that just sort of circles around you. And it's refreshing. It's like mint gum.
Wow,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
It's refreshing. Stimulate the senses, you know. But as it comes past you, it's that same welcoming chill, the nice breeze on a hot, hellish day, the cool water cleaning the muck from your form, the nice, welcoming presence of a nice cold floor whenever you're feeling under the weather. You know. But there's another presence in there, a much more powerful weight to it. Milifon speaks, but the words don't seem to be his.
Oh shit.
Your faith never melts. Your watch never ends. Your path is eternal, like winter. Stay true, stay wary. Always sense for danger. And the wind retreats, not giving you true information of what you seek, but perhaps informing you of your ability to, of course, sense this danger. You, Eterna, uniquely aware, must stay ever perceptive and aware of your own senses. But yeah, that's it. As unlike most you've read about or heard of, more often than not, your prayers are answered. Being one of the only clerics of a god so fewly represented. So, yeah.
You're the only person in chat, like ever.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, oh, the admin saw you message. Only fan, might as well send it, you know?
Yeah, just. Alright. Thank you. Okay.
You do feel this chill in you, I will say, that doesn't leave. A power you're familiar with, but different at the same time. Your channeled divinity, the call upon your god. Of course you feel the essence of despairing and sending away the evil and dead, but there's that chill that still remains unlocked, or unopened. Almost like a snowflake that doesn't melt, but waits to be blown into the wind. It will come in handy, your other channel divinity coming out of you.
Oh, what's happening here?
Seems to be it after a moment, just fine calm, but that's all.
Alright. So the answer was be wary. Sense it. I can do that. I can sense things. I'm not bad at it. I feel like I'm above average. Ish. Okay. Cool.
Sado's eyes look at you, and like it's like dog eyes when they think they're saying something to you, but you can never be sure.
Is she giving me the dog side eye?
Just give me the look. That's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's like, are you talking to yourself? Are you talking to me? You know. It's like,
Don't worry about it, Sadu. I'm just trying to see if, my god knows anything. Demon dragons. How did we stumble into this business?
You obviously don't have the answer, son. It's okay.
Maybe she
Who
does.
knows?
Maybe she does. You know, maybe I need to learn how to talk to you. Oh goodness, that reminds me.
You know, I could telepathically talk to
Well, they have
Sadu
to
and then
be-
translate.
The
Oh, you're right.
reason
Yeah.
Sadu can't speak is because they're cursed with knowledge that no one can know.
Oh.
They've been
I need to figure out how to make you my familiar.
Yeah.
I think we have like things to collect. I'll have to talk to Rosie about it. Rosalie. Not Rosie. There is no Rosalie.
You're so lucky she did not hear that one.
Sorry, I got the name wrong. I'm stumbling over things a little bit today, but it's alright. I give her I scratch her on the head. I give her some pets, and I kiss
Her
her.
tail.
I kiss her forehead. He is.
You just think about it, turn it, just going.
Yeah.
It's like the cheeks are all like scrunched up, you know.
While they're doing that,
Mhm.
and after we talked with
Finn.
with Finn, Brown would start looking around the camp and the general vicinity to try to find healing potion ingredients, specifically anything that he knows what to use.
And you have a proficiency
With
Herbal?
healing, with herbalism. Good. Yep.
Then I would like you to roll a d20 and roll for survival.
Alrighty.
Yeah, roll for survival.
These 14.
14, okay. Since you have the knowledge of herbalism and you know what herbs would be good, you're basically just using your survival skills to search for them.
Yep.
And you would recognize them once you found them, basically.
Yeah.
And as you look around, you do come across a few of the naturally powerful growing herbs in this forest. The Arbernosh is in tune with the Fey magic, and it causes many of these plants to grow abundantly. In some places they don't, some places they do. Some Fey seem to hoard them or collect them for their own needs, but you do find some. You don't have a good understanding about coin, but out of game, I would say you probably have what is equivalent about 18 gold's worth of healing herbs.
Goodness.
Alrighty. Got it. Oh wait, Rosalie. You said you were looking into how to make healing potions, right?
Yes, I have a recipe. She actually gets out the little recipe and hands it to you.
Okay. Is it in any language that I know how to read? Just to double check.
It's in common.
It's in common? Okay, just to double check that. What does it say?
Well, it does include any sort of herb with a natural healing property or magical healing property needs to be basically like broken down into its essence, added to a liquid, and then able to coalesce, basically. Healing potions are very, very simple magic, but they are very picky with what you use in them. And you have the right thing, you just need to let it distill and stuff like that.
Yeah, that seems about right.
You do need like a specific quantity to achieve it, though.
Yeah.
You picked the herbs, right?
These are what you typically want to find here.
She's gonna take them and she's just gonna start sniffing them.
I don't sniff that one too closely.
Waft the fumes, Rosalie.
Wafting. If this is the only way I can feel them.
I know, but that one gets you high.
Waft the fumes.
It relieves pain and a lot of other things.
Oh my god.
Take a sniff.
Oh my god.
As you begin to look through them, take a sniff, you do have to like go easy on one of these. It's like you can feel the instant relief of any sort of pain, but like the relief of everything as well.
And she does take like the time to like feel what it feels like and everything. She does not taste any of them though.
Good choice. You do find
That's probably for the best.
quite a few of this one herb that feels a lot like lamb's ear. It's a very flat, soft leaf, and on the underside it's sticky. It has this like residue.
She's also going to make sure to show each of them to like Ori.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the names of each of these?
Okay, that would I know?
Yeah, you know a few. Like they're very like.
Yeah.
You know,
Go ahead.
Common names?
I
You know
mean,
the common
yeah,
I'm
names?
sure I have something written somewhere, but go ahead if you have something.
I didn't really have anything off the top of my head, but screw it. Okay.
I'm scared,
So
guys.
that
Yeah.
That one is hopping shroom. That's the one you don't want to sniff.
Oh, okay.
That one right there is just healing. It's just called healing roots. Some people just call it hoots.
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 I do have one, the soft leafy felt. It's called Nature's Bandage.
There it is. And that's nature's bandage.
Okay. It's good to know. I will keep that in mind going forward. Do you want some help? We can make more of them, I guess,
This
if
is
we can
not
find
enough,
enough.
is it?
It's not enough to
Yeah.
distill a full potion yet.
Yeah, this is not enough to make
But
the
you can
full.
at least start the process and get it down to an essence, essentially.
I mean, I can show you how to make it down to an essence at least.
I mean, we can look for more. If you would have both me and Ori helping.
If you can send Ori around and go do that, well, actually, yeah, Ori's your ice, so you need to see this the other which way.
I can, again, the reason why I
Yeah.
felt I took them to smell them was so then I can find them.
Yeah, I know, but so you can also see how the process of bringing it down is.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to go ahead, I've already looked around the area. That's as best as I could find right now.
We can start the process at least.
So yeah, I'm just gonna basically show her how to crush it down into the essence.
Okay.
Motor and pestle.
Yeah, before everything, you need to essentially prepare it, which is crushing it down,
Yeah.
making a fine pulp out of it. And that will take, honestly, some time, because this is all raw stuff. Usually you just buy the prepared stuff from a store, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you're coming to realize the harvesting of it is probably the hardest part,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Yeah, that'll take you a while, actually, but yeah, you'll basically be spending the time doing that.
I'm guessing we both have the toolkits for it, so
Yeah.
once you show her how to do it, she will help you.
Mortar and pestle would come with a herbalism kit, basically.
Yeah. Would it come with her kit though? I don't think
You have
so.
an herbalism kit, right?
No.
I have a
Alchemy.
Alchemy kit? You do have a mortar and pestle and alchemy kit.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm almost positive they would have a mortar.
It's
pestle.
used to, of
There's
course,
some
in
weird
that
thing.
case, to like break up salts, rocks,
Oh
and
yeah,
true.
minerals,
That's
you
right.
know.
That's
So
more
it's-
the minerals. Yeah.
probably like a stone one.
Yeah. Well, I think mine would also be technically stone.
If anything, it'd be stone or it'd be like a made clay one.
These logistics are so
More like the
fascinating.
Bulls clay, but
I
the
know.
rock is stone.
We're being hyper. Yeah, anyways, you
We're
have.
being realistic, people.
We're playing in a hyper-realistic world.
You ever seen that one show where they just go out there in a fantasy world and they open a shop? That's what's happening here. you know?
Yeah.
No adventuring for me. We're grinding up leaves.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys will go through it. It'll take about an hour to finish grinding up these 18 gold worth of material. And also drying them to prepare them to pack for later.
So that's essentially it. I wish we had more, but I don't think there's anything around here. Unless something attacks in the night, that can help us. So, yeah, that's all I can
I
really
thought
say.
you said there like wasn't a danger.
It's a just in case. It's highly unlikely something's going to attack us, especially since I'm here.
Normally, there wouldn't be a danger. There are others in this forest that aren't
That's it.
normally here.
That's it.
And we are Fae that put
Well,
things
to be fair, there's so many traps between us and Gulz's place from right here. So the likelihood of them going through and not stepping in a trap is more likely than us to be ambushed.
Alright.
Somewhere, someone
Yeah.
hates they stepped into a stinky trap.
Half the gnolls are gone.
Oh my god.
While
There's a skunk
I just
fae
wanted
trap.
to make it very clear that Chell like just like ugh. Like at the very end of that previous interaction, just like, and I explained that poorly. Well, everyone, I'll be over here. Don't talk to me. I'm just going to sit over here.
I do kind of want to talk to you.
No, you're not. And then she walks away, and then just kind of like finds. Okay, she doesn't go away from the camp. She finds a spot in the camp that like is easy to hide in.
Okay.
during like when they were doing the herbs, there's one thing I would like to do, which is mess around with my magic a little bit. And let's experiment a little bit. So kind of I'll go and find like at least a spot far enough away from everyone. Alright. If I can push it a little bit further, might be more useful. I'm gonna go ahead, kind of begin casting, and I'll kind of like begin pulling some magic in my hands, break the Amantara, and I'll kind of bring two of my fingers over my eyes, and it'll leave like a small little black mark.
Right to who? I'm sorry.
No. Like a little small little black mark that goes over my eyes, and a small symbol, like glowing, floating blue symbol will appear on my forehead for a moment before both of them disappears, and my eyes will open a little bit more slitted as I will cast Enhance Ability.
The eyes one.
Yes. Alright, and I kind of look around for a moment. I'm just gonna try to find some pebbles on the ground.
I mean, it's not too hard. No, it would be kind of hard. This place is covered in all the vegetation, so you have to break through some of the ground, and you find like this really rich dirt. But you can find like, yeah, probably only like 3 pebbles.
That's fine.
Good. Yeah.
Anything will do.
Sounds good.
And I kind of like stow 2 of them in my pocket and just hold one of them.
Yeah.
Gonna move it around my hands. And I'm going to like kind of raise it up and begin to cast Catapult. Thunderbomb. And as I kind of channel the energy into my hands, I want to really focus on, like I'm gonna try to transmute the magic to change its damage type to force, kind of changing it to be more like magic missile.
Isn't Catapult already force?
I'm pretty sure.
No,
Yes.
it's bludgeoning.
It's bludgeon? Oh, right. That makes sense.
As I kind of begin to transmute it, I really want to focus on that transmutation itself, the alteration of the spell. To really focus on how it feels, how I'm changing it, and how it affects the spell as I'm changing it and launching it.
So this is a first level catapult, or?
First level catapult.
And this would be transmuting it to the first level magic missiles damage type.
Yes.
Both are on spell list currently, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go through this process, you're still getting used to this new ability that seems to really come out in like the adrenaline-inducing combat. But as you're trying to focus on it, you begin to get the senses of how it actually works. As you, before an attack, receive the information, magical information in your mind, you're aware of what's going to happen when it's released. And just as if you're imagining the change, it occurs. It doesn't visually change the Pebbles image from bludgeoning to force too much. It just makes the pebble a little bit more like shaky before it's launched, like it's vibrating. But yeah, you get it, yeah. Because this is something you could already do. You know, you've done it before in combat.
Yes, just really trying to focus on the actual change it's making. Now I'm gonna take another pebble out of my pocket. Magic is not static, it can be changed. And I kind of like bring it up once more. Thunderbomb. And I'm going to cast it again, but this time I'm not gonna change its damage type. I want to try to mentally imagine changing it in a different way. I want to try to curve it. So instead of going in a straight line, I want to try to take, as I understand, changing damage types, or just how it alters a spell, and see if I can mess with it enough to, instead of changing types, have it change the properties of the spell itself.
So you want Catapult to essentially curve?
Curve, yes.
Sorry.
Another curveball.
Yeah.
Can you just roll your 20 as your Arcana modifier, please? As you're going through this and you're thinking about it, you're pushing this spell, and you're actively almost putting your mind further into magic than you're used to it.
Arcana?
Yep.
That is a 25.
Nice.
As you think about it and you feel the magic around you, you feel this strong pool of the arcane. You feel a different, almost like bubbly sense of this magic, and you realize it's the magic of the forest around you. It's the fey intermingling magic. It's the Riffic magic that slips into the world here. And of course it feels different. And it does make your magic feel different. And as you release this spell, as you're pushing it forward and you're trying to curve it around, there's this point when you release it where the magic feels like you're basically like shoving something out, and it extends from your hand as if like a metal pole shoots from your hand, rigid, unmoving. But in that last second, you try to bend your hand to the side. I'm not sure if you have any sort of control over the direction. And as you do that, there's this slight give. You feel like the rigid nature of the spell gives ever so slightly. That's new. That's something you haven't felt before. And you feel as if there's this hand upon your shoulder pushing it to the side. Like a secondary force assisting you in this. And you think you almost achieved something or on the verge of achieving something, but
Another bird.
you don't think it shifted. No, you don't think it curved like you were intending it. It may have, or so slightly. You're not too sure.
But I at least think there was some change.
You felt like you could make a change, I'll tell you that. It wasn't, basically, what was improbable became probable.
I'm gonna take my spell scroll for a second and I start scribbling down some notes.
Your spell scroll seems to make corrections to your notes as you write these notes down.
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
All these birds.
Let's win these people today.
Ron, you didn't tell me that the birds are supposed to be this loud.
I mean, they're usually not this loud. I think Golems being awake makes them louder for some reason.
Makes sense, I guess, to protect the force being absent, or yeah, that checks out.
I will say, as you pull out your spell scroll, there is this noticeable difference in the spells that you've prepared for today, where vial vapor within your spell scroll, the ink next to all your other cantrips, seems to almost like bend, maybe, or like flake off and then reform. Like it's not perfectly adjoined to your magic in a way. It's resisting yet not resisting.
Kaizen's evil art.
You feel like you could cast it, of course, but like it's like the scroll feels weird, or your magic feels weird about it.
Comfort.
It works like it doesn't work like any spell you've ever seen it before. To be fair,
Like as I go up, like just below where vial vapor is, maybe a little bit further down, so make a little note. Need to fix this later or research it more. Magic leaves. Strangely.
there is this sense that it is going to need to be looked at again later, probably. Because the spell does not work like you think it does, maybe. Or something different about it, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, for now though, I'm gonna stick to the task and I will I'll do this twice more with messing around with catapults, where I'm gonna try to have it bend, and I'm gonna try it again at first level, and I'm trying it again at second level.
You'll do so, but I will say you won't make any significant changes.
Yeah, it's just getting the feel of it, kind of focusing on that feeling.
Yeah, you're practicing.
Are you killing squirrels, Kaizen?
No.
Are you sure? Did you check where it went?
There's just a family of squirrels out there.
One by one.
You killed the son, the father's still coming after you now.
Oh no.
Revenge, eternal revenge.
Great, now we got the squirrels after us.
The Fey squirrel specifically.
Yep.
But no, I'm practicing with my magic. Normally with magic, it's rigid. You can't alter it. Once a spell is written down in ink, that's how it works. Anything beyond it is out of its capabilities. But I'm able to make it more flexible in a sense. I'm already able to change the damage types of certain spells as they go through. And that's making me think, how much more can magic be bent or pushed around? Can I, for example with Catapult, curve the direction that it's fired in? And it's not curving exactly, but I feel a slight difference in it. At least from what we've been taught, that shouldn't be possible.
I wouldn't know.
Rose would be
You go
probably
like-
more interested in this, and I think that
I start
Smelling
playing my
it.
ocarina.
Yeah, she's over there like crushing up herbs, smelling stuff. Like we're doing her
They're-
potion
they're
stuff
not
that she
just
does.
sweating.
Don't smell that while it's being crushed.
Weird reaction goes off.
She's doing her potion stuff that you've seen her do before.
Green and green somehow make pink?
I can probably tell her later.
Yeah, just don't kill a squirrel. It might unleash the vengeance of the entire face squirrel family.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
The god of squirrels is a vengeful god.
Oh my god.
You hear her like a, "Alright, don't eat that. No, stop it. We need that. Don't do it get high."
No, stop. I also imagine Chorus would definitely like look for it, considering it smells like something he more likely would want to eat. No, Chorus. No, last time you ate these things, you were in a coma for 2 days. No.
Oh my god.
No.
Just starts like eating your hair.
My god. not to
Of
extend
course.
this scene.
I will smite
even
you
longer,
and make you go back to the Feywild.
But
Walks away.
Good.
Chell's having her own little experimentation session.
Ooh.
She's looking at her hand and trying to change her shape, but instead of like, did she get even the glimpses, like a glimpse of what it was to be the Rakshasa? Just a little bit. Even
I will
even
say-
how the fur
yeah.
feels, how the skin feels, how the blood flows, anything.
You probably got a vague sense, just visually, of course, but the mental sense of it, there was a bit more of standoffishness, anguish. There was some anguish in the sense, but then it was all shut off to you quickly. I will tell you, probably don't have enough to know the feel of how it is to be Rakshasa, but you know Finith doesn't enjoy it. There's a lot of anguish in that and a lot of hate in that, you know. But
Because she was fishing for how it feels physically.
no, based on what the site, you probably can't get exactly what it feels like physically, but you can definitely get what it looks like visually. Because you've seen people that are feline-like. You know, there's a few species of different people that have that look to them.
Yeah. Essentially, she's trying to change one arm to be like the Rakshasas, to be fur. But at the same time, she's trying to see if she can change her other arm to be that of like Hugo or Frost or someone else's hand. Trying to, and then keep herself, everything else the same. So trying to mix and match.
As you begin to go through this, of course, as usual, it's much easier for you to keep your image and adjust it, but as if it was something that a Chell would be. You know, your mental image of a Chell, yourself, is something you have always been able to change, because makeup, of course, that makes sense, hair, wigs, all that stuff, yeah, that makes sense. But now you're trying to do something that doesn't make sense. Now you're trying to do something that wouldn't be capable of with at least not enough makeup and costuming. And as you're doing this, there's this point where you feel like something in you is allowing it, but it's you that's blocking it. As you produce hairs, your natural body hairs tint a different color on your right hand. They begin to fill out a lot more. And there's this elongation of the fingers slightly, with something that is resembling like claws maybe forming. But on the other hand, there's this pallid change, and then the normal like cosmetic that you have whenever you become that figure. But it doesn't go far. No, it doesn't go far enough, you think.
Okay.
You begin to realize that you could do a lot more. A lot more. But something's still stopping you.
Okay. So if I'm stuck on being chill, and I'm thinking of this the wrong way, I'm thinking, this are different people, but what if I thought about being someone completely new that I could imagine them changing? If I stop being a Chell, I stop being Finn, I stop being Hugo, I just become someone new that I can imagine just can easily change. And then she just kind of sits up on that and thinks about would it be if she completely submitted to the liquid form.
Right.
Essentially, she just kind of turns into her form and just kind of like looks and plays around with the colors that usually change by emotion. What if she can mentally change that? And she just kind of experiments for it.
And as you do, it goes on for a while, and
Yeah.
you do feel like you're grasping at something. And as you're going further and further, there is this point where it almost becomes like a meditation. You know, it becomes a practice. And then there's this voice in the back of your head, monster. tailed traitor. Monster. And it's like a cold needle that just drives into your spine.
Does it have to be this guy's trauma specifically? Come on.
I know.
First person you connect minds with.
Yeah. Mind meld. What's my thoughts?
Right now,
Yeah, that's it.
everyone starts to feel a little more tired, but is there anything else you'd like to do to go?
Nah, I guess I'd just say bye to Otto.
Otto, in your mind, just like a breeze that you can grab onto, drifts off expectingly, wanting to engage with you more, but only at your call. You know,
Nothing happened today.
these voices, these senses, they do exist with you, you can realize. These spirits linger around you like a cloak. Well, as rest begins, did you want to watch? I know you don't.
I'm watching.
Yeah.
I will probably stay up for the first watch.
Mhm.
I probably won't be watching.
Okay.
At least not the environment.
Essentially, I want to wake up early.
Okay, so you'll be the last watch, maybe.
I will do the second watch.
Okay.
And I will like kind of try to be more perceptive. Like I'll try to be like
You
as
focus your
tuned
senses.
in as possible while leaning against, Sadu.
Right.
We'll say, before everybody goes to bed, Rosalie will kind of just go over to Eterna and kind of like just tug on her.
Yes?
Are you planning on doing a watch tonight?
I'm doing the second watch. I spoke to my god earlier. Well, technically I spoke through Milk Fun, the emissary, but so he said I needed to be perceptive for these dangers that we are. I talked about the cult, the Branded Eye, to see if he knew anything. And it was be wary, be watchful, be, you're doing good kind of stuff. So,
Could you wake me up during a watch? I just wanted to talk to you about something.
Sure,
Thank you.
I will do that.
As you all begin to get situated with those who are resting, the first sort of few hours starts in about like 30 to 40 minutes into that, with Kaislin and Indigo being awake.
I'll say I did pretend to go to sleep until Braun fell asleep and then I got back up.
Yeah. We can get you some magazines or something. There is this glow of a pair of cold gray blue eyes from the shadows beyond the fire.
There he is.
That Kaislin you notice quite quickly. It's like you don't need to see him to know he's there.
Mm-hmm.
But a whisper comes to you, Kaislin. Hey, come here.
Do I notice him?
What's your best perception?
14.
No.
Do I notice it with the 17?
You're
sleeping.
at rest.
You're
Oh.
you're
Oh.
resting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, I reduced it by a couple. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah, so no. So, do you come over?
Yeah. I'll kind of take a second. I'll stand up.
Yeah,
Are you gonna go kill more squirrels?
And I'm just gonna walk around for a second.
Yeah, that's right. Be sleek about it.
God.
Would you shut up for a second?
You're so clever.
What?
I was mentally saying that.
Okay.
And I'll kind of take a walk around the area and kind of go near the edge of the woods where he was.
Okay. You come over to the edge, and just outside the firelight, you find him a little smaller than you expect him to be. He's taller than you, but like smaller than he was before.
Was he shrunk a little bit?
Maybe, or he's like yeah, he seems to be a little smaller on purpose, but you didn't know too much on Rakshasas, but like I said before, there is some sort of control over his physical form that responds to something. Whether it's growing a bit, shrinking a bit. When you first saw him, he was within 6 feet or a little above that, Who knows what his maximum height is, but He looks up towards you. You can see this sort of like need to be stealthy in his image. His ears are ever present, looking to the sides. That is not coming from over here, guys.
That is over there.
But I don't know. But looking at you subtly, quietly, carefully looking left to right, the ears seem to take up a look around the area for him as well. And he gets low, pulls out something out of his wrappings, out of his cloths and layered cloak. I want you to keep this with you. Consider it a gift. It will keep you safe.
Safe from what exactly?
Well, it's necessary for my well-being for you to be safe in general.
Mm-hmm.
So, consider it a talisman. He holds out a rock. This rock is like a river stone, but on the river stone is etched with this burned, like almost like laser engraving on stone, of these strange symbols on a circle and a ring that reminds you of a magic circle, but only has one ring and a line of runes around it. Within the center is this this divot, like a little bowl. It's very small. The rock fits into the palm of your hand. And he just holds it out to you. The runes seem infernal, or at least are resembling of that. Take it.
Alright.
He takes your hand as you take it and flips it over. You can like feel just like you can feel his claws like sort of like grab into your skin slightly. It's like a sort of like don't move or you'll hurt yourself, you know. But there's this subtle acknowledgement you have, that sends it to him, and his own like he like kind of like retracts his claws, and he doesn't want to cut you. He's very nervous right now, it seems, you know. And he's more aware that he seems perturbed by the fact that it's so like he could accidentally like make you shed your own blood, you know. But he looks up towards you. I need you. You need to put your blood upon the bowl stone to activate the talisman. I will do the same, as it is adhered through a contract that it gains its power. It is bound to it, so it only works for you. But to be honest, you're the only one I care about, technically, except your friends are bothersome, but not horrible.
Damn.
It's a very interesting group.
Bothersome but not horrible.
Yes.
I've been called worse.
His eyes are very much dilated right now, as he's like taking in every note of you. Let me see your other hand. Is he still holding that hand?
I don't have another hand.
Sorry, I must be really tired right now. Let me see the edge of your arm, I guess, then, or something.
He just pulls out the nub, which is completely wrapped in cloth, because it's like tied up at the end.
I haven't slept in many days. It's starting to get to me. You know, another thing about this curse is you don't rest until you feast. You become quite tired, but you will not die of lack of sleep, which is the worst part. So, I can see now that it's going to be cumbersome to extract blood from that, so I don't know. Well, you need to drop up some of your blood into the stone, but I need to be holding on to it, and you need to be holding on to it too. I never realized how difficult this would be. Just lean your face forward.
Hold on, I might look at this very quick actually.
What are you looking through your bag for?
I'm not looking at my bag, I'm actually looking at one of my stores real quick. With prestidigitation, I can create small trinkets essentially. Can I create something like vaguely pointy that can I pick it between two fingers and just squeeze it?
Not in this case, probably, because you need to be holding on to the stone, and you can't like use your other fingers to do anything.
This thing, like, if I were to cast it, hold on to it, and then grab onto the stone.
No,
no,
wouldn't work in this case. You will say you ask, and he's like, that would not work. No, you need to be fully grasping onto the stone. So, gosh, this would have been. I don't mean this in a bad way, but literally anyone else could do this.
Damn.
You're missing an arm. Hinders a lot of things.
Have you ever considered getting a prosthesis or?
I've thought of it. They're a little hard to find and expensive.
Yes, unless you deal with machinery. Any sort of ointment that would repair your limb was expensive.
Very. I am keeping my eyes out, though.
He looks down at you and then looks at your hand and looks back to the side. His eyes seem to narrow ever so slightly and his ears adjust to the side, fully focusing on you, but not in a I'm gonna kill you way. It's not threatening. I did once know some magic which could aid in the repairment of limbs and stuff like that. I could, if you're interested in the future, teach you something of the higher levels.
That'd be very great to have.
Yes.
Probably have to get up there first, but
Yes.
at the rate which we're fighting things, we'll get there sooner or later.
He smiles and smirks. Just hold on to that. And he taps the amulet of ambition around your neck with one of his claws, and it tings with metal. That will help you. Anyways, lean forward. Just put your chin over the edge of the stone. And he'll, bring his hand up. I'm going to cut you ever so slightly. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Very well. As he brings his hand forward, he drags the claw right down the side of your chin right here. And it just plucks and it pierces and it does sting.
Get a cool looking scar.
Yeah. Do you want a scar on this face? No. He
You'd like a nice edgy scar.
It's trying to not
scars.
leave you a scar basically. He cuts your chin and you feel the heat that come from the chin and drips onto the stone. And he kind of holds your hand there. And he just licks the edge of his thumb. This might seem weird. Don't worry about it. He'll rub his thumb across your chin. And he'll just push against the flesh. And you feel a soldering heat just come across your chin. But it's not like fire. It just burns like alcohol in a wound. And he rubs it across your chin. There are two things Rakshasa can do. The one good thing is we can heal our own wounds, or we can leave blood-induced curses to kill you slowly over time. I obviously didn't do the latter.
I'm glad it's the former.
Yes. He now pierces his own finger and drops some blood into the stone. And you see his blood is very, very dark red, almost brown black. And it drops in some, what's going on?
Oh.
Yeah.
They have Chuck instead of Ron.
Anyway, it's fine.
Hello, Chuck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not Chuck, that's Braun.
Braun, the red guy, not the blue guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah. But
We can edit and post.
as he watches the blood mix together, there is this feeling you get from him. His mind is open right now, and his unique telepathic magic, which doesn't seem fully attached to being a Rakshasa, you get the sense of hunger that builds in him. And he does seem to enlarge ever so slightly, but it's quelled quite quickly. And the stone, the blood on it, seems to seep into the rock. He lets go. Holds on to that.
Alright.
It should be noted, Kaisen, if you didn't have a contract, you could have very easily crushed your hand. Yeah. You could feel that you could, he was holding on to you, but you couldn't get out of his grasp, basically. But he steps to the side and reaches into his other pouch to the side and pulls out a faint string and ties it into a knot. This is a copper wire, ties it into a fine knot, and holds it into the edge of his fingers, and he whispers a few words into it, and from his parted lips, this smoke blows into the string, and the copper evaporates into a green flame and disappears. Well, there it is.
Indeed, it's done.
That's all I had to do. I will now be continuing with my chores, I guess.
I did have one really quick question.
Yes.
You did seem to know about what a chell is. The Perigine.
His ears instantly go back.
What do you know about them? Because I know next to nothing, aside from the name. If you're willing to share that.
After you say that, there's a long pause. Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Come on, brother, roll.
17 to 15, and persuasion's a +1, that's a 16.
Not
Not the worst, not the worst.
We just made a blood pact.
Not now.
Alright.
I appreciate you understanding. As he looms up, he does like grow more to his natural height, being like his average height of like before it was like a 6'3", 6'2", and he'll retreat into the woods. And you just hear the last bit of his voice ring into your mind. Remember, be careful.
I intend to.
He seems to be gone.
Can I get up? And I'll finish my lap around the camp.
Okay.
Is the scratch visible anymore at all?
No.
Dang.
He plucked his chin.
Not by the hairs of my chinny chin.
Oh yeah, because you probably can't really shave right now, can you?
Well, he has
I can.
he has a small blade. If he had water, he
I actually have like things to shave with in my bag.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he has his like Kaislin soft, smooth face.
I have my ways.
That's how he stays pretty.
Pretty boy face.
Yeah.
The last thing I do want to do tonight
Mhm.
is kind of going to sit kind of over relatively where Indigo was before around the camp. I'm just going to kind of look up and I'm going to try to focus on those 13 stars again.
Okay. You look for them, and sadly there's cloud cover today.
Mm.
You can't seem to find them.
Alright.
Okay. First watch is done. Second watch, you wake up and you.
Dana, you
Yes.
said you want a second watch, right?
I was going to do second watch, yes.
Seal tongue then.
Alright. Thank
Morning, I guess.
you.
Still night.
Yes. Morning. What time is it? Late. Okay.
It's real late. Yeah.
I go sort of gently tap Rosalie. It is me. You said you wanted to talk.
Oh yes. Could is she like her? She kind of like looks towards the direction that Ori says Indigo is in, and where's the furthest we can sit away from Indigo?
Like awkwardly looking at the distance, you realize on the opposite side of camp it would be like 30 feet away.
Okay.
30, 35, maybe 40, you know.
Could we go sit over there?
Alright.
She says that quietly, by
Yeah.
the way.
Okay, sure. I go with her, kind of feeling a little like
Not invited.
awkward. Like, okay, this is a private conversation. I got it. I respect that. I'm so bored. Now first I'm gonna roll for watch.
She'll
real
still
quick.
keep watch and stuff.
Alright.
Also because she's trying to make sure that Indigo doesn't start walking
It's,
over.
perception, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's an 8.
That's a 24.
Attempting to be more perceptive.
18.
Failing.
18. Okay.
This one's distracting you. It's not your
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
You guys successfully moved to the side.
What was it like talking to the emissary?
Well, it was, I got to know Milkfun pretty well when I was training. I was there for a few months at the temple
Oh. Okay.
where I was training. And so I got to... He was guiding me through becoming one of the faith. But he's a kind person. Was very, we were just talking. I explained what we were doing, like that we were getting involved with the cult of the branded eye, or well, we were getting involved, but we were like possibly going to run into, the cult of the branded eye, to see if he knew anything, see if Zolfos knew anything. Not a whole lot, but it looks like I can search for the information if I am more perceptive,
So
but
so he's very kind?
Yes, very, just like, you are a good person of faith, and, you do good things. If you are perceptive and you are wary of your surroundings, you can find the answers you seek, kind of stuff. Still a little vague as emissaries often are, I feel. Although, I guess I wouldn't know, I've only met one. But it seems to be a thing, right? I mean, I assume.
I don't really know. I've only ever talked to one, and I myself am not really religious. Did your God reach out to you, or?
Well, I was praying earlier.
No, I mean when you first started.
This, oh boy. Oh well. In a way, one of his faithful, actually, one of his followers was actually the first one to really reach out to me in any way, I suppose. And then when I went to learn, Milikfan helped me through it. But yes, Zolfast reached out and has been reaching out in ways. It's hard to explain.
Was there anything that in particular that made him interested in you?
Well, well,
It's really funny knowing that this is a very complicated answer for Eterna, and Rosalie has no clue.
It is. I was. She's like visibly struggling to like figure out what to say here.
If you don't feel comfortable talking about it, you don't have to. I was just a little curious, that's all.
How I got to there is a long story, I suppose I should say.
I mean, we have 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that.
So we do have that. Is it weird if I ask you to roll persuasion?
Sure. Oh. 6.
Okay. I think maybe it is a story for another time, maybe. Not that I would be opposed to sharing, I just...
Not today?
Not today.
Okay.
I apologize.
No, I was just curious. There was a weird... The vision I had. There's just been some weird things that have been happening since then, and I was just curious what it was like for somebody of faith.
You had a vision?
The fortune teller.
Oh.
The one that had 2 beings reaching out to me. I was just curious because, I mean, I know that you are a cleric and have dealt with like gods and things like that, and I don't really mess with them very often.
Yes, well, I will say that Zolfast and the emissary have always been kind to me, have been understanding of my situation. I have felt like I could talk to them. share with them what I am concerned about and those kinds of things. So that is my experience. But I have only ever interacted with one real god, and I've never directly interacted with any others. Or even emissaries. It's just not.
No, I figured that was probably not very common. I mean, from what I've heard, most people don't even interact with the god directly. At least from what I know.
Yes.
So hearing that was a little bit of a surprise that you have kind of interacted with them relatively closely, it sounds like.
Yes, well, I suppose I never thought about it. Because of the lack of experience, I guess I just never really knew what he was supposed to be like. But
should I be worried?
well, what? If you don't mind me asking, what interactions? How have you felt about your interactions with whoever this is?
Now it's your turn to roll persuasion.
Okay, let's go. I'm really bad at persuasion. I have a -1.
This is where we nat 20, right?
No, but 9.
It's been interesting. I'm not quite sure what to make of them. They don't sound similar to yours. Which is why I was hoping that maybe they were similar, and that doesn't really seem like it.
Yes, well, it's hard to know. I have to assume that every god and their emissaries have different interactions with their followers, but
Yes, I would assume so. It just
interesting good or interesting bad?
sassy.
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 Oh, okay. Huh.
I've definitely had some interesting interactions. I kind of went toe to toe with him, I guess is the best way to put it.
Oh.
In terms of, I did not really back down whenever he tried to get into my face.
Right. Well, depend.
Who's he?
Do you? Do you know what god it is? I just don't know about many gods other than my own. Sassy.
So, what's your passive insight?
Passive insight is 14.
No, I don't know. I haven't learned it yet. You can't tell she's lying.
Okay, cool.
I rolled really high actually for that.
Alright, well.
I'm still figuring it out.
Yes, I do want to say, I think it would help you if you learned more about who you're talking to, It was different a little for me. I think there was I was seen with understanding of where I was coming from. Like maybe whoever I was talking to had been in a similar position almost at some point, and do I?
I mean, that's a pretty good way of describing it.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I'm like not. This isn't something I don't know as a character.
got you.
Yeah. So.
You would be aware.
Okay. Cool. But. I suppose that I found out very quickly that Scott was kind and, well, interested in making the world better. But it, I think, would help to know more about whoever this is.
Yes, definitely.
Maybe some research?
Yes, I'm planning on looking into it. I just haven't had the chance with
Yes,
everything
we are
going on. And
in the woods,
yes.
as it were. But, you know, you love to see two people dancing around.
Both of them not wanting to fully talk.
Sounds like you should search the area code of that phone number you keep on getting.
Yeah. I'm still very curious about the other. The other hasn't reached out yet. I'm very curious of what they're interested in.
Yes.
But that's really all I wanted to bring
Yes.
up. I just was curious about your experiences because I haven't heard many people being able to meet the people that they worship directly.
Yes, well, I suppose I am in a special position. Maybe? I don't know. I feel it is difficult to describe, but it seems that we might have very different experiences. But
Yes, by the sounds of it, it does sound very different.
it makes me feel a little wary if you don't really know what they want, who they are.
I don't really know much about either of them.
Yes.
I want to learn more though.
Yes.
We're not the same. But we are. No.
I suppose that is the first step, is
Learning more.
learning more.
Yes, I.
For now, all you
I would
really
agree.
can do.
I would agree that probably is my next step, is really learning more and deciding if their goals align with mine.
Well,
Yeah, that's all I wanted to ask. I was just curious on another person's perspective, and I just don't really know what to make of it yet, and I don't want to worry the others.
yes, that is fair. Another night, I think I would be interested in. We could discuss more about experiences.
Of course.
But you will have to wait until I am a little more ready.
No, that
This
is.
might be something I have to talk to the whole group about, but we'll worry about it later.
That is fair. Could you not really? I don't really feel comfortable talking with everybody else about this just yet. Could you not bring it up?
Okay, sure. I will keep secret.
Thank you. I very appreciate it.
Of course.
And Rosie's actually gonna put her arms out to hug her. Thank you. I really do appreciate it.
You missed out on the hug.
I love the thing that Indigo's like 40 feet away, just like
watching?
sees the corner of your eyes and hugging.
I'm like
You see,
Quit talking about me.
just staring into the woods, like.
Paterna's got a new best friend now. That's what you see.
Hey, so I just told you that I'm kind of wary about this one guy that's DMing me, but I don't want you to tell anyone else about it.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna start getting tired again, as it seems that that watch is coming to an end. Unlike you, you're not tired.
Left me alone the entire watch.
Sorry.
I once I go.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go back to sleep against Sadu.
Okay.
After the watch.
Okay.
Did anybody else want to have a watch after this, or
I
were we
think
just?
Braun was gonna. He's gonna purposely try to wake up a little earlier.
Rosalie's gonna go over there and just kind of kick him with her foot, not hard, but just like
In the face.
in the shoulder, like kick, wake up.
And
I'm
Auntie
gonna
didn't
pretend I
contact
just
me,
woke
right?
up.
I mean, I personally don't think Achel slept at all last night.
Wait. I also just realized, are you trying to hit the crown or are you trying to hit his face?
No, she's just like hitting his shoulder with her hoof, just
Okay.
bonk, 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 wake up.
I'm awake. And still no connection to Auntie.
Yawn.
You've been asleep.
She contacts me in my sleep.
Oh. Well,
She dreams. I dream as well.
I don't know how.
Shut up.
No.
Maybe it's just. I don't know. I'm going back to bed.
Have a good night.
I will ask, are you consciously saying that Achel will not sleep tonight? Like she'll be tossing and turning and trying to sleep, but not be able to?
Yeah, essentially, because I feel like she's caught in this thought process of what does it mean to not be myself?
Yeah.
But like deeper than just, oh, I'm putting on a persona.
Absolutely.
Like, how can I make Achel a persona?
Yeah.
Instead, like, how can I denounce being Achel?
Your brain is rocked.
Oh,
with this
no.
thought.
Oh boy.
Not great.
Like, how do I cut that off?
Existential crisis.
Yeah.
That's a.
So I feel like
Oh,
she's
boy.
like struggling with that because she's going like back and forth. Like, I shouldn't do that. That's bad. That's a bad thing.
Right.
But it also would be useful for us if I could do these other things, or like it'd be safer, or da-da-da-da-da. And then she's like, you know how you like fall asleep for 30 minutes and then you wake up
Yeah.
and you're awake for like 5 hours and then you go back to sleep for another 15. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the back and forth. So that's what I was thinking.
In that case, I will give you a short rest, but you'll probably have a point of exhaustion until you rest again.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'll
Then
just
we
be
tie you to the sled.
looking around. Braun did notice that she was stirring in her sleep previously. I'm essentially just saying, is she awake?
She
Or
will be with you.
I was
Or-
saying I was pretending to. I just woke up.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't hear you say that. My
Oh,
bad.
such a heavy sleeper.
Oh, no, I slept so well.
Hey.
Yawn. Yawn. Yes.
Does the child usually toss and turn like that? I didn't notice it last time.
No. She had a hard day week.
Yeah. I mean, as far
I
as
think she's working through something.
no. I'm wondering why she's thinking being a monster is bad though.
I mean, just the general connotation of the word.
I think it's a good thing. Or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, I think the person who was looking at it is a bad thing.
Yeah, that's a fair point. It's just... Yeah, heroes and monsters are just two sides of the same coin, really.
I think it was the intent behind it, the
I
feelings.
know. Yeah. It's fair. So, how you been?
Incredible.
Well, you know.
Hanging around.
So you see dead people.
Hanging around.
So you see dead people and stuff like that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I see living spirits, but you see weird spirits. Or dead
Yeah, I
spirits.
can like
I
call
think
them
we all
up,
see
you know.
living spirits.
Yeah.
My magic lets me like call them up for a period of time, you know. That lend me power.
So, yeah. So just using spirits to use magic.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Considering, I don't know if these people have told you, but my magic's emotional and stuff like that.
Mm.
My magic's moody.
Well, at least the smiting form is. The other ones is essentially words become actions. That's it.
Interesting.
Your magic is attitude.
Magitude.
You totally missed it. I literally just did the same motion. I can't see.
She did. She went. She silently went, and then you went at.
Magitude.
Magitude. That's our alternate party name.
Yeah.
Magitude.
Honestly,
Yeah, kind of.
Man.
So do you have any theories about...
What's going on?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know everything about the ship you guys are looking for, but if they're looking for Golza, they are doing it for the blood. However, my personal fear is they might not be looking for Golza specifically. They might be looking for Auntie. Considering Auntie is able to tell fortunes and show them the right path. Cryptically, but still shows them a path.
Does she know anything specifically about
If asked,
the
she can look.
tomb of...
I don't know. I do not know. More than likely, that could be a reason why she pacted with Golza, but I thought that was a bit more for protection. I don't know. This is a very interesting ordeal we've gotten ourselves into.
Does she usually reach out to you, like, periodically, or...
Every now and then. She's been a little bit more, for the past month, a little bit less in my head, considering I was out doing my own thing. But with everything being in danger, this is really starting to make me worried about everything. I hope, maidens, please let her stay alive and be there when I go find her. I hate praying, but this is one of the few times I need to. Do you pray to anything or no?
No.
Fair. Very rarely do as well, but especially that one's religious, and I don't know about the wizard boy, but he has the necklace.
I don't hate you. I think,
Stuart, it's more like this. Wait, no, this.
It's not...
YMCA.
I don't think it's where he gets any, like, power from it, like Eterna does, but...
I mean, those other folks that were with you, one of them was a wizard, but was very religious. I don't know about him.
What?
That woman.
He's talking about Margaret.
Yep.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for her it was like a philosophy, you know?
That's fair.
Like that sort of...
Yeah, I know what philosophy means.
No, I mean like, it was more of a philosophy so than a cleric type relationship.
Yeah, that's why I said the wizard one. The wizard girl.
I was just elaborating, alright.
Okay.
Damn.
Do I wake up at the end of their, like, right before their watch ends?
We'll say eventually get fed up with just tossing and turning. You'll realize it's the morning. As after like a lot of more banter, your watch begins to come to an end, the sun's beginning to rise, and a shell you would sort of like just come to.
You get woken up till late and pseudo bickering.
She looks like she was like stuffed to the floor, and it went.
Yeah,
She's looking like a living spirit.
Can I ask now or later still?
Do you want to hug?
I'll take a hand. What, Braun?
Gotcha.
I think
asked-
he gave up.
Okay. I asked what, but okay.
What? Oh wait, what?
Just to shh.
What? It's about time for everyone else to start waking up.
You know, you! I can't figure you out. It's off-putting.
I mean, that's not. I mean, I'm not that off-putting. The stuff I can do is a little off-putting, but yeah. Who's off-putting?
Huh? Him?
Oh, this. Here. Tosses a tooth at you.
Yeah, I don't care about your magic. I'm talking about you. You're off-putting.
You just knock out a tooth and throw it.
Yeah.
Oh, you finally showed that you could do that.
Why?
Teeth.
Pick it up and
Really
you'll find
bad
out why.
cavities.
It's funny.
Why are you throwing teeth?
Hi. You just hear in your head.
Strange.
He's
I've
weird.
been trying to
Another
figure out the best time to do the
telepathic
prank,
thing.
but nah.
What's
just
wrong with
not
the
gonna happen.
tooth?
He can send thoughts through it so I can hear him. It's like telepathy, but tooth-based.
Why a tooth?
Tooth-based telepathy.
Are the maidens into teeth?
Tooth telepathy?
No, that's more of a when
know-
I am thing.
I've heard, you know,
You're
ancient
into
stories.
No, I said what I am thing.
I've heard
Oh.
ancient stories relating to a figure called the Tooth Fairy. That was an object that was said to clean your teeth or something?
Oh no, I've heard of it. It's a little gremlin that digs out people's teeth and eats through their teeth.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I heard something about an object.
Either
you
way,
put in your mouth.
that tooth tells you he needs to brush more.
He stinks.
Have you
Braun
brushed before?
stinks.
Or know how to floss?
That's Auntie talking about toothbrushes.
Yes, I know how to rinse my mouth.
You only rinse your mouth?
I rinse and brush.
Every once in a while, there's like a twig, you know, you get some hair on it.
Clean it when you throw that at
You
me?
need to read.
I did at you, not him.
You might have a cavity. if this tooth is like the rest of them,
Can you, like-
yes.
Oh no, that's the only tooth that pops out. So,
Okay, I was
For
like,
good reason.
Wait,
No.
does that mean you just have a perpetual hole in your mouth?
right now.
See, I'm talking about it's so like laissez-faire. Like, I don't get you.
I'm
There's nothing really weird about me. I'm an open book.
oh.
Just back when we were talking about the hot guy and he was like, "Don't go home," and you were just like, "Eh." And he was like threatening your auntie, and you were just like, "Eh."
Well, Auntie usually can take care of herself, but I don't know about it now. And I'm trying to keep a positive attitude where my head is screaming at me that I am fun.
Yeah, see, that makes more sense to me.
I just said fun. That's right. Oh.
He's optimistic though.
Oh no!
Those two are close together. We're a bit further out.
What?
Oh no.
Oh.
I cursed. That's Braun.
Oh no.
As you guys are talking, he says that word, and there's this quick, like, sudden, like almost like
Realization.
it's like energy in the air that just goes like zaps past you.
Was that me?
Doesn't seem like it. You look back to Braun, you realize, Braun, you feel normal. Well, your feet aren't touching the ground anymore. You realize you're floating up.
No.
Make an X save to grab the ground. Levitate into the air.
Save, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 12.
So you like grasp on the ground, you're like holding on just barely. And his legs are just up.
Is that on purpose?
No, that's a curse.
Are we going to have to tie a fucking rope to you? Like a balloon?
Chorus. Okay. He just starts to like essentially let go and then grab by the antlers.
Is it like floating or like reverse gravity? Like
It's like reverse gravity, but
it's
very
like a full
slow.
force of gravity, or
It's not. He didn't immediately go whoosh, but he slowly floated up, and,
Okay.
it's pulling him up. Like it's reverse gravity, but slowed basically. He's lighter than air.
Okay, this is a new one. This is a very new one.
Every time Corus turns his head, you just like swing around with the antlers.
Mentally wondering what happens if I cast Featherfall.
No.
So why you said that it was because you were cursed, right? What?
Yes.
So why?
Why does the cursing curses?
Yes.
Because my cursings are curses.
why'd you get cursed?
To live.
So you basically, in order to
Okay,
live, you had to give up the ability to curse?
It's more of a side effect with that one.
Ah.
It's more of like the weird effects of Fey magic.
You
specifically.
die?
I mean, more than likely I was going to die. I mean,
Like close to death?
I don't know. I don't remember what happened before.
Okay,
Really?
cool.
How old were you?
Auntie said I was about 12, as far as she was aware. I'm
You
like,
don't remember anything from before then?
no,
That's...
How old are you?
19.
Oh, that's not that long.
Well, turning 20 soon.
All right, because you're younger than me.
He's younger than
No crap.
everyone, Rosalie.
Wait, am I the youngest here?
Yes.
I think so, yes.
And I'm the one that's supposed to be in the front lines.
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, and I'm the one that's supposed to be in the front lines. What was that guy
One is
thinking?
the two in the front lines. It's kind of do you.
The two youngest.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't have much to miss.
That is that's the line of work they took up. They took up the blade.
This is true.
I took off the blade.
Listen, I don't want to be stuck in the back lines like you. At least I can protect my friends.
Girl, what?
What?
Have
Whoa.
you seen the battlefield control I normally do?
No,
I
no.
my whole thing is protection and occasionally attacking.
You insulted his whole craft.
Yeah, well, I haven't been able to show off what I'm
I
able
think
to
he
do,
protected
really.
us from
About
some
now.
squirrels last
Put down
night.
on
Oh, was that what you were doing?
No, actually,
What do you
Yes,
want
I
to
got
find
it.
squirrels?
remember how when in college
Wait, Tim.
we got taught about magic and how it's very rigid with how it's cast. Well, once
Yes.
the spell is recorded, it is not altered, it's not changed. That is the spell. The only way to change anything is to make it something new.
Yes.
That's what I was kind of working on last night. I don't think it's as strict or rigid as we've been taught.
He was trying
I've
to tell me about this last
Been
night.
able to, of course, change damage types. I wasn't able to fully get it working.
Seems very
I was able to. I feel like I can change the
technical.
trajectory of catapult. I can bend the magic itself without making a new spell.
This sounds like
How
exploding
the fuck are you doing that?
At least I just focused on how I transmute the magic, normally to different damages, and I focused on that aspect of it and tried to curve it.
Have I ever heard of something like this before?
I mean, magic.
This is how he
You've heard
exploded
legends of
himself
people making
the
new
first time,
spells
right?
or changing spells into new
Yes, we want
spells.
to touch
So
something.
yeah,
You should.
it's not exactly common though.
Yeah. I have no idea how you're doing that.
I'm not entirely sure either.
Guys, what? I know she just asked how you did that, but is it like a? Do you think about it? Do you?
Do you like imagine it? Do you...
It is something kind of like imagined. A lot of times when I used it before is when it was in the middle of a fight. We were all panicking to save ourselves. So I just kind of was able to do it in the midst of combat. And when I really focused on it, it's like I just had to imagine how I was casting it. How like with certain spells, we cast them very differently from one another.
Yes.
How we imagine we cast them, or our visualization of the magic changes the way we cast it. But I think it can also change how the magic itself works. So like when I focused on it, I was focusing on changing how the damage of the spell would work, how I launch it, how I like what kind of magic it is. But instead I was just trying to visualize curving it in a sense. And I got it to not curve, but I felt something shift, as if it could be done.
Alright. That makes... I want to experiment with that more.
Do you think that's a transferable skill to not a
I
wizard?
have no clue. I don't know if it's a wizard thing or not. Because what we're all taught in at least college is that it does not, magic is rigid.
Yes.
Once you create it, it doesn't change. And this is an example of it changing.
I mean, we also were taught that it's practically impossible to learn spells from people that are of different magic types.
And of
Yes.
course, it could also be the effects of this forest, this connection to Rivik.
Yes.
They could easily open up your mind to change.
Also, the other big thing,
We also came in contact with Fossick.
yes, I think the
That is
biggest thing
true.
though, is what we are taught, how we learn our magic, is from knowledge that is centuries old. The War of the Machine God changed magic fundamentally, in some sense, but we are not taught anything truly new.
I mean, like, maybe it's not known. Maybe we can discover it ourselves.
Alright, y'all can have your little chit chat while we're on the road
Okay.
with places to be.
Yes, I do.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm interested in learning more about this. But
It does seem
I will be
interesting.
attaching to the thing today. What is it? A sled,
sled.
right?
Yeah,
You
you
look
can take
out
a
of
nap.
it.
You
Yes.
tired?
Yes.
Okay.
How are
A
you?
lot of talking happened last night.
Sorry.
Looking at everybody. I don't pay attention to the things, but there's a lot of talking here and then here. I'm
Sorry.
tired.
Do you think you can like secure yourself on, or
Can you sleep? Can you be in an object and sleep?
I don't know, but I'm trying. She leans
you
on
just
his-
sleep normally
just-
for?
Turns
Right
into a
now.
bookshelf.
I make myself actually about Eterna's size.
Oh.
To make it easier to fit on
Like
the
just
sled.
a shell, but a turnip size.
Yeah.
Small
a turn
itch.
of proportions.
Huh.
But
Whoa.
it's Joe.
You can
It's
see
very
like,
strange.
when you do that, there is still it's a shell, but there's almost like this appearance change in your facial structure and everything else that gives you this almost like you could be Eterna's sister look. As like your ears do extend slightly and your face does change to become somewhat goblinoid, but you're not a goblin clearly.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's wild.
That's so interesting.
Alright, good night.
Good night.
That's
Good
so
night.
cool.
Yeah, she was tossing and turning a bit.
It's probably from last night.
Yeah. Just let her sleep.
Yeah.
You begin the trek, putting the little shell.
I'm glad
on a
we
sled.
got this sled.
Goblin-sized
Here
Joe.
you go. Lay a shell down. Tuck her in. You head for Auntie's, of course, right?
Braun, I
Yeah.
have a question. Cause I know, like, you vaguely described Auntie and her magic slightly. Do you know if she would have like bones or tokens or like sticks that are used for magic? Or any kind of ritualistic sense?
I mean, yeah, mostly. Sticks, essentially anything you would typically use for that. She has a small collection.
Sticks, bones, toes, everything.
Do you think at least you might be able
12
to
knows.
ask if we can get some of that? I might have something that can help us later on. I just need some materials for it.
Maybe, I don't know. More than likely she'll ask you to do something, unless you help out with Goza as well. Goza might have something like that. I don't, as a reward, maybe that. I don't know what's. She likes her stuff and
Mhm.
doesn't like other people taking it.
That's what I thought I'd ask.
Yeah. So, another thing. Only ever addressed her as Aunt Sally, or Aunt Knucklebones. Never call her by just her name, considering. To put simply, Aunt is not just something I call her. It's her title. Aunt
Sally?
Aunt Sally Knucklebones.
Everyone's got to choose a name.
Her name is just Sally Knucklebones, and then she got the title of Aunt.
Then why did she get the title of aunt?
Did her sister have a
It's-
child?
Fey weirdness.
Roll persuasion.
God, stop making rules like roll persuasion, guys.
We're really just asking each
Oh, that's
other.
cocked.
It's
Yeah, we're like, hey,
You need
13.
to roll.
13.
Roll for this information.
Convince me.
Okay, we're close enough, I guess. You're fine knowing this ahead of time. She's a hag.
And what does that have to do with her being an aunt?
She's a hag. It shall breaks away from her slumber. The hag? You made a deal with a hag?
She's the one that made me live. Why do you think I look like her? Somewhat.
For now, focus on
That makes
sleeping.
so much sense.
You need rest.
Take a sleep.
The person that knows things about deals and hags.
Yeah.
Asleep.
The hag. You know that
That's
makes
not very nice.
that makes
No.
sense.
Hag is in the creature, not as the old woman.
The Fey.
So
creature.
she's young. She is not. She's not a hag.
Yeah, I thought you were saying she's an old hag. I was
No,
like, that's
no,
not
no,
a reason to
she's-
call somebody an aunt.
You
Oh yeah.
know,
Do not call her old in the slightest.
I wasn't planning on it.
in the hindsight, that makes a lot of sense. The way you describe their magic, the fact that they live in the Fey woods.
Yes.
So what is the title aunt have to do with hags?
Okay. 3 of the biggest titles for any hag is Aunt, Mother, and Granny.
Oh,
Mother
okay.
being the most powerful, Granny being the second most. That is the third most.
Why does
that
it like
makes
that?
sense.
Because Mother means you created the thing.
Well, wouldn't Granny be?
Granny would mean you mastered something your daughter did. You essentially, if you are a hag and you learned it from a younger hag, you're a granny. But if you're an aunt, you learned magic similar to somebody else who's another hag around your age, and it's kind of easy. It's kind of easier for you to learn, but you haven't mastered it as much. It's a weird thing. Auntie can explain it a little bit better.
It has to do with the
Mother of their type of magic.
Yes.
Grandmother who learned their daughter's magic. All that type of stuff.
I was going to say the whole thing with the three women, that stuff, right?
3
Not
women?
at all.
Whatever.
It makes a lot more sense when you speak about it in Fae.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
Would I kind of get what she's implying with the 3 women?
Kind of.
Wait, are you talking about those Malisons?
No.
That's what you would recognize.
Yeah, I was about to say because I know that's.
Yeah.
No, because you said that there's the. Never mind. I probably misunderstood.
What were you thinking?
We talking about the maiden?
Yes.
Kinda. They're a little bit more in the Fae, but a little bit better of good people. Yeah, they're better people. They're better people.
Alright, so we call her aunt. She's a hag. Cool.
Good to know that ahead of time.
Yeah, that probably is important information, so then people can get reactions out of their system.
I mean, she basically looks like me, just a woman version, and slightly
She's
older.
red?
Yes.
Ooh.
I mean,
Does she have the horns?
Yeah. Though hers are a little
Red
bit
is not the...
bigger, and also she has 2 more.
he's also red, is he not?
No, yeah, I'm saying she's red because he's red.
Yes.
I got that!
I'm green. Is there an issue?
I was just asking!
Okay.
I was imagining more like a mossy.
Do you think you're indigo?
I'm just gonna stop talking.
I'm just.
That is not very polite of you to assume.
How should I know what she looks like?
He just
So-
said.
Now I understand because he said.
So are they
Why am I-
also cursed like you are?
No, she was born that way. Well,
You don't know.
I don't entirely know, but okay. As far as I know, how hag babies are born, they are eaten, they are pooped up, and then they are
By what?
by the hag that ate them.
He's using very simplified terminology.
You know what?
That,
I
I'm
think I
assuming it's
need.
different.
I feel like if we're going to have this discussion, I need a drink.
Yeah,
like this feels.
I think that's enough of that.
I think I'm done eating about.
Either
Let's
way,
let a chill sleep by being silent.
I'm gonna quiet down a
I
little bit.
agree.
My big question was, to save you, did they pass on a part of that onto you? Because like, I'm assuming they have a reason to do why you are the way you are now.
They eat you and poop you out?
Can only women become
Can Kaislin become one?
What?
No, what?
That was out of character. That was out of character.
I did
Okay. Essentially, the way she used her magic to heal me is she used a bit of her blood to work with me. So, using using a hag blood on human causes this sometimes. Other times it just kills it.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright.
As you guys travel on, there's a lot of weird information passed along. And there are points where you guys just have to really be like, huh, what? Okay. You know? But surprisingly, even beating your expectations, the force seems to be on your side right now. As it's only near the end of the day before sunset, you begin to recognize 1 or 2 trees, 1 or 2 bushes, and before you realize it, you stand before a partial, somewhat clearing up to a hill. That hill has some steps going up towards what you can kind of make up between the greenery is a home of sorts. Very familiar with you. And Cora seems to be so familiar that Cora shoves you off and moves over to a patch of grass to sort of like begin to like roll into it and like eat all this nice rubbery clovers.
No, chill. Chill's on the sled.
But you are indeed home once more.
Ow.
Okay. Does there seem to be any kind of damage soldering from like fire, or does it seem like it's completely intact?
You don't notice anything obvious. Rather, you just see the green.
Obviously, she's fine.
with this
Scream
with this
out, though.
jaunty upbeat music, like how could she not be alright?
As you scream out, though, you do not hear a voice return. And you see now, upon closer inspection, the place doesn't look destroyed or disheveled, but the front door is open.
Uh-oh.
That's where we're gonna cut it for today, guys. That's what we'll call it for today. We'll catch you in the next stream. And remember, no matter the outcome, always let the dice roll. Goodbye!